Or are they back?
uh, attention, Free Play Arcade Twitch. I just did the Facebook message, the Facebook live post, so we are back live, and I don't have my laptop set up. What am I doing? We are live at twitch.tv/freeplayarcade, as you know. Open normal hours today, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you're interested in playing some games with me, this is where I'll be. Free Play Arlington, playing whatever you feel like. But for now, it's my favorite show of the week. It is a little bit past noon. It's Wednesday. That means it's VGM Wednesday. And here is Ian to talk patriotic video game music with me. How are you doing today, Ian?
I'm doing good. Uh, just a little sleepy-ish still, or is trying to wake up. I'm waiting for the caffeine to kick in.
Yeah, I'm on my third pint of coffee. So
Ooh,
I'm still just in the wake up mode myself.
I need you. You ever drink it actually warm, or is it always cold brew for you?
I always drink cold brew, but I do it sometimes it's room temperature.
Mm. Is it because
uh
it's like faster intake, pretty much?
yeah, also I don't know, Texas boy. I like iced tea,
Mm,
so iced coffee kind of in that vein. I
makes sense.
yeah, I never really like developed a taste for hot coffee. I don't know. Actually, you know what? It was my first like 40 times experiencing coffee where it was always like, here's you a cup of coffee in a styrofoam cup that's like flaming and scalded mouth. Like the taste of hot coffee for me is scalded mouth. Like
Oh,
that is the taste
yeah.
of coffee in my head. Um, that's not to say I haven't had like a nice cappuccino at a nice coffee place that was like, oh wow, this is kind of nice. Like this it's a peaceful and like it's not burning myself. But if you ask me like what's coffee like, it literally like that is the equation in my mind is just scalding. Um, yeah, it looks like we have a mic in here as well. What up, Mike?
Oh, in the disc.
Yeah,
Oh man, I guess
may have muted
for some
himself.
reason those like notifications are like gone.
Ugh. Oh man.
What is up,
You need
Mike?
to watch those videos before you get on the air with us, Mike.
GitHub videos. I hate those.
Sir, I'm just watching, maybe ST videos or
Uh-huh.
maybe half baked two videos right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a part two?
Oh boy. That might be a news bit real quick before we get started. I
There is a
have a
half pick.
couple of I have a couple
Hold
of
on,
breaking
where's
news bits.
Well,
I
it's
need the
Ian's
do I
show,
need the
so it's up to
button?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Well, here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this one right here.
All right, you got it. All right.
It's I figured I could share a couple of things while Ian presses buttons to get his craft going.
Well,
You
it's
know,
it's your impromptu might be news then.
yeah,
I,
these are
Ian, you,
pretty good.
Ian, you got the sounder, or you want me to hit it?
No, no, it's fine.
Uh,
It's
no,
fine.
hit it. Go
We could
ahead. You
we could
got it.
just both hit the sounder.
No, no,
All right.
don't wait. It's fine. It's totally fine. We don't. Sounder was played like 2 days ago. It's good.
2 days.
I don't know.
And just now, so you're good to go.
It's fine.
Yeah, I got it for you guys.
Oh, here's another one.
Um.
What's up on Mount
well,
Beltran?
this news came from our good friend D Owls
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and Half Baked Two headed for production after receiving coveted California tax credit.
Oh, of course.
Does that mean together they will be fully baked?
I think so.
Uh-huh.
I think so, and hopefully that'll be my plan once all this COVID stuff's over and done with. I will get really baked.
Mm-hmm.
I
Fully
mean,
baked.
really. Oh, I will get fully baked. Oh, because I'm
Sour
tired of.
cream, bacon, cheese, the whole work. Chives.
Oh man, because I'm tired of this COVID stuff. Tired of it. So once this all over and done with, the first thing I'm gonna do is get baked. It's just, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. But yes, that is let's see
Wait,
here.
I'm pull this up real quick.
Yes. Half Baked 2 was among a dozen projects selected Monday to receive a share of $40 million in tax credit allocations by the California Film Commission, giving credence to sporadic reports that a sequel to the 1998 cult hit starring Dave Chappelle is indeed headed for production.
I can't imagine Dave Chappelle playing the same character again.
See, why not? I mean,
He's so jacked now. He's not the same. You know what I mean?
you can
Jack?
still,
Dave Chappelle? I haven't seen a picture lately. Googling now.
He's huge.
you can still. Oh, look, Stoner Dave is enjoying that news right now.
Stoner Dave.
Oh my
Ah,
goodness. You're right, he is jacked,
you
but his
can
head
be,
is still the same size.
yes,
Yeah, that I always thought was weird.
you can be jacked and you know, um,
Be
still
funny.
get baked. Yeah, be baked. Well, yeah. I mean, you know, there's could be baked and be funny and jacked and all at the same time.
We all know, man. You're a big Cena fan.
What? What?
Pretty good. Just being jacked and funny. I just thought of John Cena.
Oh, all right.
Mhm.
His name is John Cena.
That is one of the greatest pranks of all time, right there.
The John Cena one.
Yeah, that is indeed one of the best ever. Also, earlier today, breaking news. We have a Beavis. Speaking of baked, we have a Beavis and Butthead reboot officially announced. Man, this is
What?
Isn't this
is
the second reboot?
this is the second reboot. Yes, and man, I'm telling you, I'm never escaping the '90s ever again. This is so good. This is so good. So yes,
That's what the entire like COVID crisis has been brought to you by the 90s.
right.
We got
So
Final Fantasy 7 up in here, Resident
Mhm.
Evil 3, Streets of
Mhm.
Rage.
Mhm.
We've been doing Beavis and Butthead.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just keeps going on and on.
but
I wonder if they're gonna be like old like Gen Xers though. Are they gonna
Well-
be like middle aged Beavis and Butthead?
it's funny you mention that because let's see here, Comedy Central.
It cannot be their kids because that would involve them having scored, which was definitely not going to happen.
Right, yeah. Well, that wasn't going to happen, and it still doesn't look like it's going to happen. But Comedy Central, they are getting in on this with Mike Judge. They will be teaming up to relaunch the franchise with 2 new seasons and new spin-offs and specials. Judge will write, produce, and voice the show, which of course is good, which will have the duo entering a whole new Gen Z world
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
that the network says are relatable to fans of the original show and those who have never got a chance to experience it.
They're just going to be sitting around watching YouTube on their phone.
No, TikTok.
TikTok? Yeah.
Eh,
Just giggling.
so there's no
7
word
second
when
bits.
yeah, there's no word when the series will debut on the network, but they couldn't be more thrilled about having it as part of the Comedy Central family. So, man, this is what we need right now. This is what we need right now. Because I remember the last reboot, they went right after the Kardashians when that was the thing, you know, and is what we needed then. And now we're gonna go after the TikToks.
Speaking of what we need, you need a music bed. In lieu of VGM Wednesday, we can destroy it later, but let's pull up the Mike B news theme.
He has a theme?
I mean, he has a whole playlist now.
Oh. Hey. Nice.
What else you got, Mike?
Okay, well, I mean, I could just wrap up with a couple of birthdays here, and then we'll be on our way with some awesome kick A VGM Wednesday here. But happy birthday goes to One of my main men, Dan Aykroyd, turned 68 today.
You and him go way back?
That's right. Me and Dan Aykroyd go way, way back to 1984 and Ghostbusters 1. So give a shout out to my main man, Dan Aykroyd.
Is that
Also,
your favorite Ghostbuster?
No, it's actually it's
Egon.
dang, Egon's up there for me.
Definitely in the top 4 or 5.
He's top 4.
Uh-huh.
Man, who would be my favorite Ghostbuster?
As I was partial to Ray.
Yeah, I think, I'd probably go with Ray.
So it is Dan Aykroyd.
Well, man, I don't know, man. Winston was cool, you know. Just kind of the outsider fitting in, kind of my thing. I don't know, man.
It's very bold of you, Mike.
Yeah. I don't know. Man, I'd really have to. You threw me off on that one. You threw me a curveball on that. I have to go back and revisit who my favorite Ghostbuster would be. Also, happy birthday to Pamela Anderson, who turns 53 today.
Is that what that intro to the show was all about? You watching that video?
Uh-huh. Jeez.
I have a birthday, Mike.
Uh-huh.
Should I go now?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. Today, special happy birthday. Actually, we have quite a few. This is gonna be wild. I don't know if this is really the case or not because this is an awful big coincidence. But I have Sonic Matt's dad, David.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Whoa.
Also, happy birthday to Sonic Matt's mom, Catherine.
No way.
I'm only going by what I'm reading on Facebook, so maybe not. That's an awful big coincidence.
Hey, man.
But hey, let's just go happy birthdays around to whoever it says it is. I saw this man last night grinding away on Iron Maiden pinball. Happy birthday to Hall of Famer Travis Gibbs.
Whoa.
Happy birthday to Hey Butthole / sometime pinballer Amber Pearson.
All right.
Yeah. Happy birthday. One more I got here in the community group. Maybe not. I don't even know if he's actively in the community group right now, but he was the very, very, very first commentator for Tuesday Night Fights. Do you know who this is, Mike?
Who?
First.
Hello?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
I've got a drop right here. Let's see if I can pull up my Winamp real quick. I do indeed have drops from all the way back. Just one. I'll play it for you repeatedly. Let's see if you can hear it. Maybe. Come on now. Let's kick the llama's ass. Let's go. Jump to file not responding. There it is. You hear that?
I heard it.
It's Ryu's birthday?
It's Cheeto's birthday.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Cheeto, all right.
Cheeto, who once owned a game store with Mike B's giant head on the wall.
This is true.
Yes.
This is definitely true.
Everything we report here on Mike B News is true, especially when it comes to you, Mike.
It's a good dude right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good dude right there.
That's a lot of birthdays.
Yeah, and then also we have on this date in 1986, Big Trouble in Little China was released.
Great movie. I don't know. It was who was the director?
Ooh.
What his name?
Was it the guy who did Halloween? I don't know. Big Trouble in Little China.
I'm thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, you got me on that. Have to,
John Carpenter?
we'd have to do the
Yep, John
Googles
Carpenter,
to find
yeah.
out.
And is that
Yeah,
Halloween?
Big Trouble. Yeah, John Carpenter.
Yeah, I can't believe I got that.
Go.
I caught
And
it
then-
for the first time a few years ago. Jack Burton, main character, calling Jack Burton the band that plays free play most frequently.
Well, we also have there's one anniversary we missed yesterday, but real quick also, 1991 Terminator 2 Judgment Day was released.
Yep,
So
it's summer movie season, except there are no movies.
It's closed. It's closed.
Barely
then-
any movie
and yes-
theaters now.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
did you
then-
know that there's an arcade?
Yes.
There's
True.
basically one in the world. Please come out. 3 to
Yeah.
11. See you in Arlington.
And then one more bit of news bits here. 25 years ago, yesterday, Street Fighter the movie was released
Oh, God.
by Capcom.
Yes, yes. I think I have both guys in the chat. I think I have him reading the speech if I'm not mistaken.
What, Bison speech?
I think so.
Nice. I'm gonna turn down boat. Oh, boat guy Fred boat. For now.
Yeah, here I'll mute him real quick. And now we it's a good intro to our patriotic day anyway. Boat guy channeling Colonel Guile, the most American of all American speeches, clearly right here.
Going to go upriver and kick that son of a bitch bison's ass so hard that the next bison one of you is gonna feel it.
There you go. What could be more American than that?
Oh, we already know what the extra bit today will be. Thank you.
Oh man, it's gonna be great.
Perfect.
Extra bit, that might be the main bit.
That too. The thing is, we got to make two versions because one is Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
Other one has to be down, right?
Oh, the Air Force, yeah. Totally.
Argyle.
He has cosplayed as background worker in Guile stage at Free Play before.
Background worker.
Yeah, because there's all those guys in the Air Force background. Because he is plane support. That's his job, to be one of those guys.
All right.
Oh, he does have the headphone things.
Yeah, no, he's actually like come in the whole suit and everything. The flight suit, everything. Because, you know, that really is his job. So he just sort of cosplayed as himself, I suppose.
Well, I don't want to cut into VGM Wednesday any more than I already have. So let me hear some 16-bit Hulk Hogan so I can do some push-ups to it.
It is in there. That is one of the more patriotic songs that I have. I think I added it in there.
You ready for me to hit the button?
Yeah, we should be good.
All right. There may be some cleanup on the other end.
Sure that. Oop. My God.
What do I
Wow.
see here? What is happening?
Closed.
There's you.
Oh, Fred Boat's playing. Close. It's Stone Cold, Fred Boat. It's not quite the Hulk Hogan theme.
Hey, it's all Texan right there. It still counts.
Austin, yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin is in Texas.
Yeah, no, Stone Cold went to UNT.
That's so weird.
Uh-huh. Steve
Let's
Williams.
see if I can.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Gotta pause.
Yeah, you got Fred Boat?
Yeah, I
Okay,
got him. For now, while Mike is still here, you gotta play him off with. Yep, maybe.
Well, it has to. It's on a playlist, so it's gotta kind of.
Oh,
You can do the here. You got it?
Oh, we can let this play too.
Nah, destroy. There you go. Play whatever you need now.
Okay, let's see.
Actually, I can get it. I'll just copy yours. There you go.
Oh,
What?
that's not Hulk Hogan's theme, but
Well, let
it's
it play.
In there. It's in there.
Let it play. Let it play.
It's in there.
all right,
Let it play.
that's the theme. Sorry for stealing that from everybody, but that's like, I mean, who's not gonna think of that theme first?
Yeah, absolutely.
It goes with everything.
It does.
Especially a day like today.
Yeah. All right, Mike. I'm gonna cancel you out and move into VGM Wednesday.
Closed.
See if I can watch Chris's stream. Oop, I am watching it. Okay. All right. So yeah, today's theme. I guess it's more open-ended. Faulkner posted Zangief theme from like Street Fighter 4, I think.
Okay.
Which
Did he?
I mean,
Did he like immigrate or something?
I did say patriotic. I didn't say from where necessarily. So I gave him that. It's like makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. He is maybe the
I mean,
most
he's doing it-
patriotic of the World Warriors.
Right? Yeah.
Just
In a
over
4
there.
or 5, he yells out for Mother Russia, I think, for
Yeah.
some of his moves.
Yeah, he dances
So-
with Gorbachev.
Yep. He's doing it for his country.
You know, my roundabout thought in this, and I always actually did have good country thoughts when it came to Zangief is like, so yes, he's the Russian wrestler who does the Iron Claw. That's the origin of the most famous like Dallas wrestling group that I'm always talking about, the Von Erichs. The Von Erich, that name. That's not their real name, of course. Like, they are a Texas family that wrestled as the evil Russian character. Fritz Von Erich was the evil Russian back in
German.
What's that?
German.
German?
Yeah.
I always heard it was the evil Russian.
Oh.
Okay.
German.
With
German.
the Iron Claw, that was the for the Iron Curtain.
I mean, you would think Russian, but yeah, actually, he was Fritz von Erich was German. It was, like he wrestled like during like the coming out of the World War II and all those stuff. So, German.
Oh, are
That
you
was-
saying he is German, or?
Well, I mean, that was his gimmick. He was portraying to be German for whatever reason, not so much Russian.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, he used the claw.
The Iron Claw.
As we see Claw on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I tell you what,
it's,
though.
It's too easy not to use any of these right now.
I tell you what, though, Chris, man, when that, of course, the Iron Claw. I mean, you get your head squeezed in, right, by a man with, strong hands, right? I mean, that's just painful enough. But
I think I probably was always confused because of Zangief and the Iron Claw, and I felt like it was an Iron Curtain reference.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's I mean, yeah, it all ties together, I guess, in some kind of way. But
Well, in my head.
next level,
I was like
yeah, and
10.
say it again.
I was like 10. Give me a break.
Yeah. Oh no, hey, man, I'm right there with you. But I tell you what, next level Iron Claw for me was when the claw was applied to your stomach. Ooh, now
To
that
the
right
stomach?
there.
Nah.
Oh man,
Nah.
when the claw was applied to the stomach,
Nah,
forget
nah,
about
nah.
it. You're done for.
Nope.
It's just having your guts squeezed out, squeezed out, man. To me, as a 10-year-old, that was next level. I was like, oh my god, he's dead.
Nah. It's about on the head.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
I
where
agree
you
though.
administer the Iron Claw.
That's right. No, I agree. Squeeze, get both.
Don't think I
Both.
didn't notice your Iron Clawing in the those casuals we were having the other day. I approve, sir. I don't even remember who I was playing. Was I playing T-Hawk?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
You had the
Grappler
Iron
v.
Claw
Grappler?
working for once.
Hmm.
Finally, an upgrade in your game. Oh man.
Right. So now.
Okay, so this is it. All right, so Bokai has to be Ryu. Now
Oh,
has to
no.
be Guile.
Hmm.
Speech
So many
aside,
people in this one.
we
Are
know
we just
who,
straight
we
up
know
just
who
doing Street Fighter
Honda
the movie
needs
the
to be.
game? I won't even say that. The Street Fighter the movie the game have some kind of like poster.
Nah, you've got it right here.
The game
I'm
was
just gonna
just
check it out.
yeah. The game was just the picture you had up a while ago.
What the?
It was
This
yeah.
looks terrible.
I agree. I think
Just don't worry
maybe you
about
can bonus track that one, but I think you got the right picture right there.
that.
Okay. Well, I'm just looking at the. Let me look for the logo. Street Fighter the movie. Movie logo. So I can kind of throw it on there. That's, I guess, kind of cool. Like all Chrome E. Doesn't make sense with the franchise, but okay.
Who's our Cammy?
Ray.
Ray? Could be Tiger Lily as well.
Oh, yeah, that too. I mean, but her beard matches Ray's beard.
That's true. That's true. You're right. I do like Ray as Cammy. Sorry, Tiger Lily. I thought of you at least.
Let's see. Put those in there, and we'll add a. Oh, really? They tricked me again. See if this works. Nope, not about to do that. Save like a random image? No, we're okay. Need a virus.
Huh.
Okay. Mike, help me out with these characters here. On the left, we have Hawaiian E Honda.
Yeah.
Right next to him is Swada.
Yes.
AKA in the credits, he was credited as Fei Long, even though he's never called Fei Long, and he's named Swada.
What?
Yeah. Swada and Fei Long are the same character.
Yeah. That's
The
okay.
guy in
Well,
the red is some gangster movie, right? I can't remember.
Blood in, blood out. But okay.
Right, the guy from Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah.
I don't know what Street Fighter character that equates
Who I
to.
met. Who I met. If you remember that.
Well, you met
Good,
all
good
of
friends,
these.
apparently.
Yeah, you dated Kylie Minogue for like 3 years before her cancer incident.
I didn't. But-
The boxer is Boxer, clearly. Yeah, Cammy, I recognize. Zangief being covered up back there, even though he was a villain for most of the movie. Colonel Guile, can't miss that one. There's Chun-Li. There's Ryu. Who's the guy on the right?
Wasn't that supposed to be T-Hawk?
Oh my God.
I think.
That is the biggest T-Hawk I've ever seen. Look how big he is.
He's literally okay. Only E Honda is smaller on this, shorter on this.
Yeah.
T-Hawk.
I mean, he is kind of ducking.
Your 4'11" T-Hawk.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
Oh, Michelle Chang.
That was me.
I was like, this sounds so PlayStation. The song that's playing right now is from Tekken 2.
Yes. Yeah, I added that one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the Native American character from Tekken 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. Did Max?
Her name is disorienting. She's half Native American, half of, I want to say, Hong Kong descent. As Tekken had a little bit more thought put into their character development than just Guy and Karate Gi. Although Guy and Karate Gi is coming soon.
All I know is what's his name? Gandry had a crush on her.
Yes, and that made for some hilarious intro scenes in Tekken Tag 1 as he's trying to propose beforehand and getting slapped.
Oh yeah, and that was all like no, I don't think they had any like any voice actors or anything. I think only one or two endings had like actual voice acting in it where they said some lines somewhere.
In Tekken 2?
I think so. I know it was one of those like rare occasions where one person had like a voice line.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's hard for me to remember. Like if I went back and watched it, I would have great nostalgia. But
yeah, it may have been in 3. Who knows?
Damien says the T-Hawk actor is actually Native American. Is that actually the case? I know there is a Native American featured prominently in the cast of Street Fighter the movie. That would be Oscar winner Wes Studi, who plays Sagat.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Street Fighter the movie is all insane. I may be wrong about that. I gave that all from memory, so forgive me if I misspoke a little bit.
Thing is, Chris, where do we put you in this?
I don't know.
Well, I know Arthur has to be Honda.
No, the Jerry. I mean, I appreciate it, but like.
Oh, that's true.
Like
Sorry, my Honda in my day was Arthur.
No, I understand. And he can still play some Honda.
Yeah.
But the Jerry is Honda.
Yes.
That's true.
The
I
laugh.
hear the laugh now.
Yeah.
Who's the thank you?
Carlos Blanca.
Who would be Zangief?
Derek. That has to be Derek.
You're right.
Our local geef.
You're right.
I gotta start looking for these pictures. We need to see if
Are you putting Withers as the younger Withers as
this is VGM
As Fei
Wednesday.
Long.
I think younger Withers should be Fei Long and older Withers should be Ryu.
that makes sense. Under VGM. I'm looking for the Jeremy occupational picture. There it is. I don't know how
is that what I think it is?
Yeah.
the occupational picture. Yeah.
Stoner Withers, Stoner Chippendale.
Yeah. I mean, it's on his work ID badge, no?
Man, golly, man, come on. We need Boat Guy. How much to grow your hair out like that again? Come on. How much?
No, he has to look
How
like
much?
Boat Guy forever.
No. Just for a little bit.
No.
I mean, hair can always be cut. Oh, good. Yes.
Oh, you know what? I need a Josh face, don't I? Let's see. I'll look for... Where do we put Josh? We use his face on something. It wasn't the assless chaps thing, like we had a long time ago.
It's unfortunate.
No, that was hilarious. That was a 5-hour trip. Yeah, Treasure Master. How could I fucking forget Treasure Master?
Dang. Scroll back up real quick.
Scroll back up?
Yeah. That picture of Wes Studi smiling looks like one of the pictures I have smiling.
No, you get to see mine. I forgot I'm
Oh, it's on Discord. Okay.
Is that what it is?
I saw something.
That was me. I'm looking for
Oh, okay.
I was trying to help out. I was looking for some villains. Maybe you could ghost in the villains so that you can have Beltran, Sagat, Native American.
Yeah. It all works.
I still don't know where I am. Why is it?
Oh, didn't we also have? Oh no, never mind. I thought we had them in an ST poster at one point in time also. Where's
This is
Treasure
for the
Master?
Facebook thing, isn't it? For the Facebook chat. Let's see.
Oh, which thing?
When I brought
Oh, there
that
you
up
go,
and
Funky.
it interfered with your screen. I think it's this one. There we go.
Maybe?
Nope. Or at least I tried turning
There
it
you go.
down.
VGM Treasure Master. He already cut out Josh face. We're good. Oh my god. And this face is still hilarious.
Oh, hello, eBay notification. Chris,
What? What?
if you like,
Did you buy me a house?
no, not yet, but for $1 million, you can have the 1990 Nintendo World Championships gold cartridge with a 5.0 WATA rating on eBay,
Is
if
that
you
all
wish.
a steal?
That's it. Yeah, it is, man. Deal.
Man, I actually saw somebody was selling like just a big lot of like old Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, and then out of nowhere they have like 2 Famicom games. It's like free. I don't know what these are, and I'm pretty sure one of them is Dragon Quest 3, which I assume is not a cheap game, especially like a Japanese Famicom one. No box or anything. I just thought it was, I don't know, worth a steal if it was free. Somewhere on like Facebook, like Denton Facebook chat or something. Yeah, right? What a steal. The other one was some baseball game. Oh, you know what? I didn't add any. I'm trying to think of any baseball games that might be worthy of a VGM Wednesday. Like the old NES baseball, maybe?
Ask Withers about that. He's the baseball guy.
I got a good baseball game for you.
All I know about baseball was that game that Mike showed me at a restaurant the other day.
What was that?
What game was that? I already forgot. But the one I'm thinking about is for the Sega Master System. It was Reggie Jackson Baseball. That was a good one, actually.
I remember there was a Ken Griffey Jr. one. You're about to say Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the SNES one.
yeah. That one was good too. But the one Reggie Jackson Baseball slept on for Sega Master System. That was really good.
The other one I could think of was the robot one. There's like some where it was like different robot teams, and depending on the robot who was at bat or whatever, had like different kind of swings. I guess it was a thing on Nintendo. Totally forget what it was though. What am I still looking for? I'm looking for together. Street Fighter? No. We had Street Fighter 2 image at one point in time, and now I can't remember where I put it. Oh, is this? Okay.
Nope.
SF2 Jeremy. There we go. Super Baseball 2020. That's what it is. Oh my god, 2020.
Oh.
I don't see any baseball
Oddly,
robots out there.
No robots, although that's the only thing that we could safely do baseball with.
There's no baseball
maybe,
either.
Maybe there will be baseball in 2020 and it will be robots, because that's the only way they can socially distance.
I'd be kind of down with all of that, actually. Bring back what's that robot fighting
Robot shots?
show? Oh,
BattleBots?
BattleBots, yes. Sorry, Jeremy, we're not using your occupational picture. We're using your totally accurate Street Fighter 2 picture already. Why did it get bigger again? Hold on. Oh man, I drew on it? No. Do I have the original still? Here, I'll fill that back in, Jeremy. Sorry, my bad. Oh, no, that's the opposite of fill back in. Man, I can't believe I marked that up. Dang it.
Well, I mean, just give him a headband, right? Give him a headband
Tiger-
anyway,
Yeah.
for no reason at all.
Wow, Tiger Lily with the probably joke of the week. Mark McGuire baseball comes with free roids. Wow, not bad, not bad. Tiger Lily. Hey,
Oh, this is the other game that I thought of right away. The Avengers game. You know what? Yeah, he doesn't have a headband. Did he have a headband in the movie? I assume he did.
no, he didn't actually.
That's ridiculous.
They kind of rushed
If-
it. It's fine.
If Chun can wear this random like outfit, they couldn't give him a headband. I mean, he's already in freaking like a gi. Let's see. All right, Jeremy, we're gonna toss you in there. I'll give you a red headband because the game didn't even think about it. The movie studio didn't think about it. Group 1.
So, Dalsum is not like Dalsum's in the movie, but like he's a villainous
he a reporter?
scientist and ends up dying, and he doesn't
Oh.
ever do Dalsum-y things. He's in the movie slightly less than Fei Long is in the movie.
God.
His character's at least named on screen. But yeah, not much there.
Is it Dawson? How did they give him a weird name?
I think it's like Dr. Well, I don't know how they pronounced it. Heck,
No,
I don't know how you're
Dr. Dawson.
supposed to pronounce it, really.
Quick shout out to Canada. It is Canada Day. Hey,
That's not the country we're celebrating, sir.
hey,
Unless Toshin is here, in which case we'll allow it for a moment.
nah.
Especially if he wins marbles.
Blanca is in the movie, but he's in the movie as Nash at first.
Hmm.
So Charlie apparently becomes Blanca after a horrible experiment.
Hmm.
Yeah, my Spidey sense was going rather crazy back then when I was trying to read these storylines. Like, wait a minute, that's not right.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Although that's like all we had as a kid, pretty much. This and I mean, Mortal Kombat was way better compared to this. You know what I mean?
The movie, yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched them back to back. I would like to respectfully disagree.
Ooh,
Really?
Yes. Mortal Kombat movie for me has not aged well.
Oh, of course not.
And this one has like an oddly rancid wine. I don't know why, but it's so goofy, and somebody knew it was goofy. Well, you know who knew it was goofy? Raul Julia.
Yeah.
And it never takes itself terribly seriously, except the people who are taking it seriously, and that makes it all the more ridiculous. And it was wildly entertaining when I watched it at Alamo, because I double featured it with Mortal Kombat the movie. And in the Mortal Kombat movie,
Nice.
which I do remember being better, was almost unwatchable. Like, the fight scenes were terrible. Goro looks silly, but the movie's not played for laughs quite like it is. So it's just there are some cool parts to Mortal Kombat the movie, particularly the Liu Kang stunt work, which is very, very obviously done by Tony Jaa as he's running up walls and stuff.
That whole forest scene was awesome. The forest fight with Scorpion and Johnny
yeah,
Cage.
right. It
Yeah,
seems so
that's
random.
what I remember most.
Yeah, but yeah. That's one of the highlights for sure. The actor who plays Shang Tsung does a great job too.
Yes.
And then
He plays Shang Tsung now, actually, in the games.
yes, which is a great way to do it. I really am a fan of how NetherRealm is treating their franchise.
They know the cheese.
They know their lane. They finally know their lane. They lost their way for
Yeah.
a long, long time, and then they found it again.
Went back to 2D. Well, the 3D, 2D. So we can get Tiny Withers to line up. I think we can. The hands are going to be in the way, though.
Would you like
Playing-
Go ahead.
I was going to say playing right now, KOF.
Yeah.
I heard this a lot during, well, Chris's birthday, actually, but
Yeah.
during that whole week of playing KOF, there's a lot of this song. A lot of people playing Lucky. Was it Lucky D or D Lucky? Or just Lucky?
Mm-hmm.
And if not him, I know, who was it? John? I think John. They were playing that boxer character a bunch. It was super annoying. Not like boxer annoying, but still annoying. I wish I could.
Yeah, we thought about, me and Arthur talked about having Tuesday Night Fights this last week being KOF 98, but I know you can't come out and Chris can't come out. Sorry, General Yegov can't come out. It didn't seem right, so we will be doing King of Fighters 98 as a Tuesday Night Fights when you can come out again.
Yeah. That was definitely a new pickup from this whole pandemic. I never considered myself like a fan of KOF, or it was just kind of like, it's cool, it's whatever, it's KOF.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Now
of
I
fun.
even have a favorite one, I guess, 98 over 2002.
I'm with you though.
I'm
I enjoyed
falling in that
98
camp.
over 2002.
Kind of makes it. I have 14, I think. Is it 14 or 13? One of the last ones on the 360. I have it on my 360, so I almost wanted to boot that up and see how it feels now that I've, I don't know, played it on the older versions. Let's see. It's a little pixely, but it works. You can still see a Tiny Withers in there somewhere. There we go.
Even better. Wow, that works really well.
Alright. Tiny Withers, bro. Where are these? Oh, the glasses. Don't need those. What are these? Oh, more glasses. We don't need those either.
Let's see. We need to find a picture of the Jerry.
Oh god, yeah.
Mike, you
I was
with
gonna say
it?
I'm here.
I can't search on
Right.
Facebook.
Help me find a picture of the Jerry.
There's one where, man, I remember seeing one where he's throwing the bird. do you know what I'm talking about,
Nope.
Chris? Yeah, Carlos took the picture of the Jerry and put it somewhere. He posted it somewhere. I think in. Oh, you know what? It was the. He posted in the Grandmaster, whatever the Discord is for all things ST. What is it?
Crew?
No, well, no, not there. The
Oh, I'm not in that
Grandmaster
Discord.
Challenge.
Believe. Let me
Yeah,
check. Let me check.
It's in the Grandmaster Challenge Discord, and he.
Bounce over there. See if I'm in that. Can
Alright, so
I
guys,
search the
we got the
Jerry?
With Bros. Now, and if you're in here, you can use your one of these. Yeah, Heavy D or Lucky Glauber. Actually, Heavy D and Lucky, and like his name was just Brian. There's like that football player that just like flew in the air like crazy. Brian Battler, of course. It's a hell of a name. Why did I keep thinking Lucky D?
Oh my God, there is one.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Yeah, that was I remember kind of being around that little thread. That was fun.
I
This one?
actually really like this. Classic Super Dodgeball. Oh, this is versus mode though. It still works.
So the pictures I'm having of Jerry here are from him being memed. But it's not Carlos.
Yeah.
That's insane. Alright.
Actually-
I'm gonna send you a message, Ian.
Okay,
Tell me if you can see this.
make it work.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can make anything work.
Let's see.
Your magic. I now believe firmly you could do anything with anything.
Magic.
Alright,
save
message sent in
this.
Discord.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where to
bring it
go?
on in here, Game Tracks. Oh, and he needs a link to the playlist.
Oh, he's got it in the Discord. He's been adding stuff already, I think.
Speaking of, I need to turn on Fredboat. Fredboat's like whispering over here. I'm gonna get on that.
Closed.
I know.
ST. Yeah.
It's VGM Wednesday, Fredboat. Get with it. Fredboat would like to apologize.
Let me see if I can do what Jerry did, where he put up who was playing or what was playing.
Oh no, I see it right now. It's already there. Fredboat's playing Super
no.
Dodgeball NES Music versus Mode theme.
Oh no, I meant like on the stream, pretty much.
It is on the stream.
Oh,
I promise, it's right there.
oh yeah, that worked. Already cut out and everything. Sweet. Where'd we go? Patriotic. Drag this Jerry, the Jerry in.
And then I sent you before that, I believe a Hong Kong DVD cover that has the villains of Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you need more faces.
The four. Didn't they know? What was their? Not organization, but didn't they have like a group name between those four? Like main bosses? I thought they were called
Yes.
something.
In the Street Fighter game lore, they have one. It's
Ed.
Shadow Lu, right? Shadow Lu?
Oh yeah, that's the organization.
Yeah. I don't know. Street Fighter lore is so dumb and nonsensical and doesn't care itself that I have a hard time like committing any of it to memory.
Oh man, I need whatever that thing is that Jerry has on there. I'm assuming that's just like maybe a window cutout or something. It's capturing something. I'd love
That
to-
is capturing the Discord overlay.
Huh. And it's like capacities now. That's cool as hell. Okay.
Mad scientist, Jerry.
He is
Right.
greatness.
Oh, there should be a playlist. I don't know how to get Fredboat to talk to Twitch. But that'd be awesome. All right, let's get the Jerry in here. I assume this is just a random ST night.
Yeah, right.
It's like the perfect angle. That's like super perfect. I'm gonna give him the bun too.
Oh no.
Nice. Nice.
I'm gonna keep the bun on there. So
Man. We're gonna be
Yeah,
done
great
with
fun.
VGM Wednesday by like 1:30 today.
We got more to go through.
That's true.
We're just doing the extra. It feels like this is the extra track. Yeah, no, you know what? Screw it. This is not the extra track. This is the real one, the real deal. I can slowly make it slower. Let's see.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's good. Like you said, there are others to go.
Get his hair to blend in a little. It's not this guy. This is Guile's theme?
Yeah, X3.
Wow. This is the jazziest Guile theme I've ever heard.
I
Yeah,
almost
man.
added like a Guile as the Witcher matchup theme, but decided against it because it wasn't terribly patriotic.
I do have the EX series game boards, and man, there's some sweet tracks in there, man. Very jazzy, almost all of them.
Yeah, I don't remember much of EX except that there's like a skeleton guy and a police officer dude or something. D Dark or what was that his name?
Yeah. Nothing
I
like
thought
seeing.
it was cool. He had like a tripwire or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. EX2 had Sagat in it, so 3D Sagat's pretty cool.
Had Sakura too, didn't it?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think one, maybe two. I can't quite remember.
All right. Who's gonna be our Ken Masters? Who makes sense being Ken?
Honey?
Huh?
Johnny?
After Dark. Okay. Oh, Johnny Ibanez?
Yeah.
Yeah? Him or Jose? Been on that Ken grind for a while. Let's see. Sounds pretty kicking, actually.
Yeah, no, the EX soundtracks, man, they're slept on.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like character matching either. I mean, it's kind of going that way at the moment, but because
Oh.
Noun is not the Guile player, but Noun is Air Force.
That's true. We could have Sonic Math there as well. Who's the most Ken Masters personality at the free play?
What is Ken Masters' personality? Brash American that gets married?
I guess. Married brash American. Everybody kind of cut out here already. Wait, did I draw on his face? Maybe I draw on his face. There we go. Oh hell, we have Noun in this one too, actually.
Just seeing Ray as Cammy with that beard is hilarious.
Let's see.
Man, you know what? Okay. Do you remember Chris a long time ago? Nicholas Germain posted a picture of clean-shaven Ray. Do you remember that?
What?
Well, not
yes.
not totally clean-shaven, but trimmed down and groomed.
Yes,
bearded Ray.
yes, but in this case, I don't want to see like clean shaven Ray as Cammy. I want as bearded as possible Ray as Cammy. Now another day, we could have military Ray.
Yeah.
Looking svelte and clean cut.
I can't imagine what
Oh,
that
it
chin
happened.
looks like.
It happened, and it threw me off. I was like, wow, I did not recognize him. Because he didn't even have the beanie on. He had hair.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. No beanie, Ray.
Yeah,
Cammy doesn't wear a beanie.
Yeah,
but Ray does.
Look around.
But this is
through
Cammy.
Pictures. It's Ray with a fro.
Hmm?
Shirtless Ray.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
what?
got that one picture that is not photoshopped, though you wish it was. Whoa! How about reality show dirt covered Ray?
What?
Here, I'll send you that one. God, that one's amazing.
Reality show? What reality show?
I don't remember. Not Big Buck Hunter, but boy, he looks super Ray.
Naked and Afraid.
Very nice.
I don't know. Maybe we give Ray his hat back. Doesn't look like Ray.
Now I want to send you this one and see how you like it. What the heck just happened?
Hopefully we won't get the DMCA for this rendition of. Well, no, never mind. This isn't an actual song, is it? From California Games?
I don't know.
We'll be here.
What about that picture?
Game tracks. Boy, I'm afraid. Okay.
Waiting on my
It's
Hulk
still very
Hogan
bearded.
16-bit.
Mm-hmm.
I
Bearded,
needs my.
smirking, squinting in the light, covered in
You
mud.
think better than this one?
I do. Mike, settle the tie.
Let's see. Between the
That
two.
looks military Ray.
Oh yeah,
No, that's not military Ray. That's reality show Ray. Plus, you lose a beanie.
Man. Golly, the both are
God,
both-
so good.
both fit. Both
yeah,
fit,
Ray's,
man.
Ray's always bit.
Yeah, maybe that one because he's definitely given the look back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's squinting in the sun, which they're outside.
Yeah.
That's
Cammy's,
good.
it matches Cammy's hair more, actually. The mud helps.
You ever
Oh,
seen
man.
Upside Down, Ray? You ever seen that one, Chris?
No.
It's on his
I've
Facebook.
seen fantasy football, Ray.
Well, that's the best one, but there's also Upside Down Shirtless Ray. That's on his Facebook. That one's fun.
Is that due to a keg stand or a camera being
Nah,
upside down?
just certain activities. It's on there.
Certain activities?
Yeah,
What the hell does that mean?
I'll let him explain it to you, but it's on there.
Okay.
Just scroll back a little bit, you'll see it. It's fun.
Certain activities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recreational activities.
Oh man, oh boy, it's a good one.
Requiring chaps or no chaps?
I mean, he has pants on still, but it's yeah, just give that one a look when you have time. It's fun. Waiting on
See if
my
I can-
16-bit Hulk Hogan, man.
All
boat,
a
man.
good time.
Pop off and tear my tank top.
Oh, Civ 2, that makes sense. See if I can get Ray's hair to blend. You knew mud could be like a perfect shade of dirty blonde.
I almost thought this was the intro to Barney.
It does sound the same. Alright, let's see if we can color Ray a little. There we go.
You know, I was gonna say earlier, a guy that works at my office, nice guy from India. Well, they, you know, they watch a lot of American films, things like that, over there. And then when he met me, you know, I gave him my name and things like that. And then like later on, he started calling me Raul, and I'm like, okay, you know. And then he goes, "Do you know why I called you Raul?" I'm like, "No." And keep in mind, he doesn't really know me, right, or anything like that. But he called me Raul. I'm like, "No, why?" He goes, "You remind me of Raul Julia." Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And then right away, I'm just thinking bison in my head, and I'm like, this is like, oh man, this is funny.
But I play Sagat.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
it's
almost
very
got it
confusing.
right. You almost got it right. You know.
Not my Gomez Adams.
Yeah.
He's great in
It's
that
so
too.
funny to see Tiny Ray over here. Kylie Minogue is so tiny. And Civ 2, dude. Civ, is this 2?
Yes, Civ 2.
Civ. I don't think I played 2, but Civ is definitely one of those like addicting, like, oh, it's been 7 hours. What the hell? You lose track of time.
It's
What's on the bottom here?
bad dudes ending. What do you say, President Ronnie?
Oh, that's true. Are you a bad enough dude?
Apparently so.
Look how well that fits. All right,
Yeah.
now. See? It's meant to be.
I know, this is very meant to be. Derek is clear as Zangief.
Yeah. Down to the beard and everything.
Mm-hmm. Not sure who on Chun. I do feel bad to Tiger Lily. Couldn't be our Cammy, but clearly Ray has to be the Cammy.
Tiger Lily plays Chun? No?
Tiger Lily's main is Cammy. She does play Chun as well.
This freaking works. Like, he has a comb and it. Oh, does he have a comb? No, he doesn't have a comb on him.
Yeah, he does.
He's just doing a weird.
I think he's got
And
a
this,
comb in
it's
there.
hard to.
I think
It's
I think
hard to
there's a comb
tell.
there. I'm almost positive he's combing his hair.
So pixelated. Let's see. That works so perfect, actually.
Man. Oh man.
All right. Let's change this up a little bit. Cap. All right, guys. We need a. Was this supposed to be T-Hawk?
Yes.
Okay, we need a T-Hawk. Oh, a Derek. We have a Derek somewhere. We had him for... What was the game? Or what was the... games that bring us together. I think. No. Where do we have the Streets of Rage one? Multiplayer? Was it multiplayer? Oh, Triumphant Return? No, that wasn't it. Oh, yeah, it was. So we had all the Mike ice cream stuff.
Ah, yes. But not the Mike assless chaps.
No, no. Ice cream, not ice cream.
Man, this image here was one of your best for sure. Holy cow, you killed it.
Wait, what the heck? Why is it? Okay. I was like, why did I just grab just that part of the Derek face? No cutout. Oops. Anyone else remember this game? For some reason,
California
me and my
games?
sisters played this. Yeah, California games. We played this a bunch.
I always got it confused with the one where you're like skateboarding and surfing.
And I put that in here too. TNC Surf Design.
Yes.
ENC Surf Design. That's what I got that confused as well, Chris.
Yeah, that's the one I played all the time. And
That's actually, I think that's a Hawaiian company.
Yeah, it was an actual company from back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, so I never actually played California games. I guess only Hawaiian games.
Yeah, TNC Surf Design. A TNC Surf. I guess they're still around. 1971.
Wow.
At
man.
TNC Hawaii.
Yeah, man.
Famous for a random NES game and maybe some other stuff.
I vaguely remember seeing like shirts and stuff, but
Yes.
I mean,
the logo does seem familiar. Well, maybe because of the game though.
yeah. It was
Man.
very of its time in the 90s for
What was
me.
that stand for? Town and Country?
TNC.
it's scroll
Town
down,
and
scroll down.
Country. Yeah.
That's crazy.
In Pearl City, Hawaii.
Alright.
Town and Country. Okay. Seeing that stuff just reminds me of what are those shirts that turn colors? Which is terrible. Like if you're a hot person anyway, you always have a permanently different colored, I don't know, armpit.
I don't know. Mike, you're hot. Is it terrible?
Nah, it's not that bad. I remember having one for a little bit. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, okay.
Hypercolor. Was it Hypercolor?
Yeah, Hypercolor.
Hypercolor.
You're
I
boys.
remember
Alright.
remember having one in middle school, and my female friend would always like leave her hands on me and make sure that handprints were there on my
On the
chest,
chesticles.
on the chesticles.
there you
Yeah. So yeah, it was
I
fun.
knew it.
It was fun. She wouldn't let me do
It's
it back to her though.
Yeah.
As it were. It was a different time back then.
I mean, luckily they were only shirts and didn't have like, hypercolored pants. Ooh, that would be bad.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Hypercolored underwear.
Oh man.
What song is this? Oh, American Gladiators.
Oh wow. Look at
For
that.
the NES or Super NES.
I've never played
I'll be
it.
honest, on the Super NES,
Yeah.
I imagine it's like one of those, well, like California games. There's like a bunch of mini games, really.
Yeah.
There's a game called, I think, Caveman Games that always
Yes.
reminds me of those kind of games where it's like a bunch of tiny mini games.
My favorite, the
Thinking-
track and field too.
Oh yeah. Did you cheat though? I cheated. I'll be honest.
That depends who I was playing. Like sometimes I would just hit that turbo button and be good to go on it.
Oh, I just like got down on my hands and like just
Oh,
tapped it with
that.
my hands. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, that was legal in these parts. You could do that. But every now and then I would, depending on who I was playing, like one of my friends, I'd turn on that turbo button on my NES Advantage. Just make them mad.
Actually, I did to say track and field, like the arcade game. Oddly fun, like, and oddly competitive between like friends and I. Despite it being just, pressing and mashing two buttons. Multiple games though, so that's cool. The
Oh, yeah.
computer could be like really hard to beat.
Oh yeah, of course, and hence where the turbo
comes in.
turbo
Yeah.
comes in. Just win it that way.
Damn it, Rog, your arms are in the way. How's Derek supposed to... We're gonna realize it's Derek. More Super Dodgeball. I don't know. I grew up with this, and I really like this game.
No. Super Dodgeball was sweet on NES
Yeah.
back then. It was definitely a sweet game. In
However,
fact,
you could only choose Team USA, I think. Or I don't think you can choose anyone else.
What sweet Pac-Man game are you talking about this time, Mike?
no. Super Dodgeball.
Oh, actually, this is a sweet game. I'm gonna say
Arcade
it.
game being
I'm gonna
way
say it.
harder, by the way.
Yes, and I'm gonna say it right now. NES Dodgeball is the best version of that game. Better than the arcade version.
Yeah, I do like it. Yeah.
Better than the Neo Geo version.
Sports opinion right there.
Yep. That's not towing the company line right there.
I only had a chance to play the Neo Geo version maybe once or twice. I was surprised that there was a Neo Geo version. Actually.
I was as well. See, so I like when I got it. I think it was Chase, the old bartender Chase, who was like, "Well, if there's any game you'd like to see Free Play get, what would it be?" And I was immediately thinking back to my NES Super Dodgeball days and remembering that there was Super Dodgeball, right? And I was like, "Well, Super Dodgeball." And then like a week later, he's like, "Guess what I got?" And he showed me the NES, the Neo Geo Super Dodgeball, and I was like, "What? That's okay. Well, that's the same title."
I was thinking at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. And then later they got the cabinet, and the cabinet, like the original arcade title, while it looks much better than the NES version, and it looks beautiful, it's got a brilliant cabinet as well. It just doesn't play well, like for a multiplayer game. Like it doesn't play like you want it to, which is frustrating. It's like it's not made for multiplayer, which is insane.
Yeah.
There was another version though. Let me see if I can look this up.
Yeah, in single player you play as Team USA. Yeah. Although you could change like people around. Sam was the best. He had the special where you can throw it around like and control it. I always thought it was cool that each person had their own special move.
Yes.
And it was always just janky looking, which is hilarious.
Yeah, they really. That's amazing. Like, it's got so much more depth than I would have thought.
This one's for Andy Nubbs, if he's out there. I think he talked about this game like all the time when we were streaming.
Broforce?
Broforce, yeah.
I think I played this with Sarah like twice.
Yeah. It's a fun little game. I like all the characters that you can unlock and how they're all fake name versions of like action hero stars. MacGyver's in it. He throws chickens.
Oh my god.
What else? They all had like something unique. They had multiple Schwarzenegger characters. Blade is in it, which is awesome. What else? They actually had what was that movie that came out? Not Indestructibles. Expendables. They had like an expendable version of it too, which is like free to play. Let's see, we don't need this Ray. Expendabros, yeah. Right. Derek, we have to give a bigger head just because just so we can see his beard in the back so we know who he is. Such an epic sounding song for as silly a game as it is. Let's see. Did we ever pick out our Ken? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 characters left. Who are you in this, Chris? Sim is not here.
Yep, I don't know that I fit in here.
Oh, but we have to. I mean, I don't want to break tradition.
All right, well, I guess you have 4
Keaton has to be in here somewhere.
T-Hawk.
T-Hawk? You were playing Hawk earlier.
I mean, I could play most of the cast at this point.
That's true.
Select.
You're in charge. I'm not gonna get upset
Okay.
with anything up and including Chun-Li. It doesn't bother me.
I mean, we did have you as Ooh La La, so I think that still might be the most liked VGM Wednesday post from all of the ones we've done recent.
Yeah, Camber said she would help me do the cosplay.
Oh, you know what? This just makes. What if we do Keaton as either Ken or Chun because the glasses match?
Nice.
What is this song? Oh, okay. What is this? This sounds familiar, but not familiar. It's that Jamestown game.
There's a what? Jamestown game?
Yeah, it's like a weird what if, right?
Okay.
It's a shoot 'em up too, which is weird.
Yes.
So it's a shump based in like a augmented era, I guess. Like so it was like steampunk looking ships. And it played like a multiplayer like multiplayer Life Force or 1943 pretty much.
That is really insane.
Right? I can look up Jamestown.
It's like a fever dream of a game.
Right?
Next, you're gonna tell me there was a game based on Gilligan's Island.
I bet there was. Let's see, Jamestown. Yeah. The graphics look kind of like Sky Cursor almost. But yeah, this is a
Wow.
old Jamestown. I don't know if let's see the ships. Here's the cover. Legend of the Lost Colony.
So it's a documentary.
Jamestown. Yeah. Ships? I want to see the ships because the ships had like barrels. Oh, of course it's gonna be Jamestown game ship. Yeah, this was during the shmup episode for sure. I can't really see it here, but yeah, steam powered ish, but with lasers. Steam powered lasers. But, I think we picked it up, played it at a LAN party because it's one of those. It's a 4-player game. Couch co-op is so hard to find nowadays.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's all with the kitchen one.
Oh yeah. Overcooked.
Overcooked. Yeah, which is I'm glad there's some
Yeah.
because it's the best.
That
Couch
game
co-op
is
the
great.
best.
The other thing that me and my friends have noticed, there's like hardly any games that's like over 4 players. There's like 2 that we can think of.
Over 4 players.
like-
Like modern games.
Yeah. Yeah, modern games. I mean, we could always play X in arcade, but when there's a group of us like trying to play a game, and then we hit that weird threshold of like, okay, there's 3 of us, we can play Apex. That's a 3-player game. One more person jumps in, like, okay, now we have a smaller list of games. If a 5th and 6th person jumps in, it's like all over the place.
Yeah, and then you end up on
Overwatch
Jackbox
is the
again.
only thing. So yeah, Jackbox pretty much. Over 6 players, Jackbox.
Bomberman 360 or Bomberman Live, I think it was, had 16 players.
Yeah. 16?
Yeah, that was fun.
So you know I had the that Pac-Man browser game where it's like endless Pac-Man?
Yes.
They used to have a Bomberman version like that. We looked it up recently because we were talking about Bomberman being like a fun one that everyone liked, but there wasn't any, over 4 players. But the 360 version had 8 players. It felt bad though because it was 8 players crammed into a tiny space.
Of Bomberman?
Yes,
See, I
It was
I like the chaos of that.
an 8-player version. Oh
Yeah,
man!
in fact, bring on the battle royale Bomberman.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Like 99-player Bomberman would be awesome.
Hmm.
Although I think maybe that trend is starting to change. The everything in battle royale. I think.
What is it turning into now?
I have no clue. I think people might be getting a little tired of it, only because
Well, it's every game that was released for the last 3 years, right?
yeah, everything's had a battle royale. Tetris has had a battle royale.
Yep. Oddly, not Bomberman.
Now I wouldn't mind like another random type game to have a battle royale, like one that you would think of, like the Tetris one. Hell, I play that one still.
Hmm.
But yeah, Bomberman one would be cool. I'm trying to think of any other not traditional battle royale.
Mm,
Street Fighter battle royale. That would be terrible.
yeah, it would be awful.
99 player Street Fighter?
At the same time.
Yeah.
I think Mike sent me a video like that. Had 99 different Sagats.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It was.
99 claws. Just a lot of yeah.
Constant meowing.
Break Fred boat.
Oh yeah. Come back,
Tim?
Fred Boat.
Pause. Okay. Players already playing. Players.
How do you advance track? Is it skip?
Slow.
Skip or next?
Yeah, I'll look up. Got the commands right here. It is skip.
Yep.
I got it.
That's closed.
Think it's going?
Skip
I don't
track.
hear
but
anything if it is. Replay.
You're actually fading
Unpause
out.
it. Oh. Sorry. Unpause. There's not paused. Fred both sleeping on the job.
Should we just start it again?
Yeah, we can restart it.
Okay, we'll do.
The shuffle. We need a better way to shuffle all these songs. So I guess we can also post it here. Post it on the Twitch for anyone else. People can join in, add songs for the week, collaborate. We always have, of course.
Whoops.
Okay, it's back. Yeah, and if it's any of them that we've heard, we can like skip, I guess.
Hulk Hogan.
Anyway, so that link is to our playlist. That if you wanted to collaborate, join in. I hope it takes for so let's see 77. Let's see how many are in there now. It's from 77 to 98 songs. That is a lot of tracks.
Excellent.
Oh, look at all this KOF stuff that Game Tracks has added. Plock.
Fred Boat, get to the
It's an
cool
interesting
stuff.
one.
Zip.
Oh, Manhattan Project, Ninja Turtles. That's pretty good. Contra Hardcore, Gran Turismo. I always love seeing these lists. I wonder if anyone else, because like anyone else on Facebook should be able to see this, or Facebook on YouTube. I wonder if there's like analytics of who's like listened to it.
I don't know.
Actually, I should start marking these
I like that
hashtag
we have
VGM.
these lists in perpetuity now.
Yeah.
It's something I kind of always wanted of VGM Wednesday is a chronicling of the tracks people posted. Now we have it.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It takes away a little bit from like the post itself, right? Just people like posting on here. But yeah, it depends on like what you want to, where you want to hit, pretty much.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Race.
How's it going, Game Track?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going well. It's going well. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Do we
Pretty good.
do you
Good.
play Ken by chance?
Yes, I do.
Really?
You want to be? Do you want to be
Yes.
Ken?
Sure. If you can make it work.
Yeah, make it work.
I'm sure you can. I mean, oh god, I just made a joke and didn't even realize.
Sure. Sure you can.
That's
Oh, that's bad.
that's like later
No,
version
man,
of
that's
Ken.
great.
He's brash American who gets married. That's brash American who has a kid. Making dad jokes.
Oh man. What's
If we
bad
could-
about that joke is I didn't even mean to make it.
If we
just
can make
happened.
Chun-Li Keaton, we can make anyone anybody.
Hey, there we go. Sounds
We were just looking at-
good.
What you posted on there, I just realized you had. I wasn't thinking about Manhattan Project, Ninja Turtle, a good one.
Oh yeah, I threw in the Tournament Fighters game. There's some stages that sound slightly patriotic. You know, I
Okay.
always try to go for stuff that like, you know, no one has ever heard
like
or may
Plock.
think to add it. Yeah, like
How-
Plock.
Okay, so
like-
Plock patriotic.
It's a beach theme.
It's the beach theme.
Yeah.
I
it's-
don't think I've
it's-
ever played the game, but I've always seen. Anytime I see games that you're playing, you know what it reminds me of? It
What?
reminds me of like ads from the back of like comic books from back in the day.
like
You know
the
what I mean?
over
It's
the
always
top.
it's always the games that I see being advertised, but as a kid never actually had
Right.
or was
See,
able to rent.
You're starting to understand the inspiration behind my channel.
There you go.
It's kind of how it works. It's just like playing all those games I wanted to play as a kid, but never got a chance to play them, you know? But Plock has a good soundtrack. I don't know if you guys have ever heard it, but man, it's really good.
Can't say I have, but
It's-
I'll play that one
so-
after.
The game is not that great. It's kind of like Rayman-ish, but you get all these little gimmicks you can do. Like you can have like cannon arms or you know, just all kinds of weird stuff. It's a weird game. It doesn't play all that great. I mean, it's kind of got that curse with, you know, Tim Fallon. Whenever he composes for
Oh.
a game, the game just is mediocre or terrible.
Sorry,
That's pretty
Tim.
much the case. Yeah, it's kind of really lame because, I mean, he really did pour his heart and soul into some of those songs. Like, the funny thing about that beach theme that I added is the first comment on there was, "It's just a beach, Tim," because the song sounds so good. Like it's amazing. The game didn't deserve it, but you guys will hear it when it plays.
Like Solstice, yeah. Solstice was. I don't think I've ever played the game Solstice,
Me either.
but I heard the soundtrack before I heard or played the game.
Yep, same. I never played the game, but the soundtrack is pretty amazing for no good reason. I think we talked about this before because weren't we talking about how like Pictionary also has Tim
Yeah.
Fallon music, and it's like it's Pictionary,
Yeah,
but the
like
music
you shouldn't be this
incredible.
hyped for the beginning of a drawing game that you don't even get to
Right.
draw in.
I know,
You
right?
just watch connect the dots.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous, but I mean, I guess he was just passionate about his work, you know.
Yeah. I never get anywhere in it. Yeah. In Solstice or in Pictionary, Nigel? So how have you been, man? Streaming late nights?
Oh yeah, man. Sunday I streamed pretty late because I was having internet issues earlier that day,
Uh,
and thankfully they came out and fixed it. So I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and stream late, and it ended up being pretty awesome because I wasn't planning it and people just came through. I was like, hey, thanks. But other than that, streaming's been great, man. I'm still playing Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, which is freaking awesome still. That game just never ceases to amaze me. It's an incredible game.
did you get any further in Mario Brothers 2, the Game Boy Advance?
Oh
one?
yeah, the Game Boy Advance version. Yeah, I played that Sunday. I'm gonna be playing it again on Saturday and trying to make
Okay.
some progress in it. But that's an overlooked game. Like it's actually really fun. It's just not up
What is
to
it?
Mario 3 standards. Super Mario Advance, which is Mario Advance or Super Mario 2.
Like Doki Doki Panic Super Mario 2?
It's just a port.
So random.
Yeah, for Game Boy Advance. I remember having it as a teenager because that was like the launch title for the Game Boy Advance. So I was like, you know what? I never beat
It's
this
a
game
funny
before,
launch
so I'll buy
title.
it. It is. It's very weird. Nintendo was on some weirdness then. I mean, kind of with GameCube, they launched with Luigi's Mansion, which
Yeah.
no one saw that coming. And then Game Boy Advance was Super Mario Advance with featuring Mario 2. Weird.
Yeah, I finally grinded through Mario 2 on what's the SNES collection?
Oh, the All Stars collection.
Oh yeah, All
Yeah.
Stars.
So I did it then. I remember playing it back in the day, and it was that game that I wanted to like because it was named Super Mario Brothers, but I never really could.
Same.
And I, like I said, I grinded through it, but I don't really like it. I'm not sure. Whatever it is that people see in it, I just it's lost on me. There's a lot of like, grab this potion and go into this unmarked thing and throw it over here for this unmarked thing. Like everything is not just a secret, but like a secret in a way in which the game doesn't clue you into any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's no timer. There's nothing pressing you forward. So nothing about it is sort of straightforward, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's not that great. It's definitely one of the weaker titles, but it's
Definitely prefer Lost Levels over it. That's not even close.
oh god, I've never really tried to play Lost Levels.
It's just more Super Mario Brothers, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it and it's pretty freaking ridiculous. Like it's hard.
Yeah, I had a surprise. I had a tournament with it, so I had to learn the game.
Oh nice.
And I mean, it's just like I said, it's more Mario Brothers. Or more Super Mario Brothers 1. It's not. Now, what is this track? Big
I
Bug
know.
Hunter. Oh my goodness, Ray.
This is for Ray.
Ray. Good grief.
That almost sounded like the Facts of Life theme. I don't know why I thought of that.
Oh, Big Bug Hunter. Okay, that's like an arcade game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We there was a bar games month for Free Play Arlington, I believe it was. And Ray discovered Big Bug Hunter and then got so into it that he became a pro Big Bug Hunter player. To the point that he goes to the Big Bug Hunter World Championships every year. And,
Wow.
And ESPN 8 the Ocho, which is oddly a thing. The camera just finds him because Ray's our Cammy in this picture.
Mhm.
He's a person that the camera will always find.
Love it.
If not, you'll hear him.
Yes.
Okay, is it cool to make Carlos? Carlos has to be the boxer. I mean, that's his.
Yeah.
He's holding tap as we speak.
I know.
Like, who else can it be?
There really isn't much of anybody.
No. Carlos holding tap. Carlosis.
Carlos, this is an all-time great.
Right.
He was,
Maybe
he was
without
hesitant
the-
about that too, because he was like, I hate that game, because he got beat down by Carlos or Colossus yelling while I was in the kitchen,
Uh,
and I was like, man, there's nobody else that could be our Colossus. Colossus.
he already has some metal on him, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's so good.
You know what? I've only seen this movie one time.
Oh,
the,
man.
The old school Street Fighter movie, and it's funny
It's
that you add this on here because I'm planning on playing the arcade version of Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Yes, we did Tuesday Night Fights on Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Oh god.
Authentic arcade version.
See, apparently the console version is better than the arcade version.
Hard to say
Really?
that bad.
Yeah, it's already bad enough.
We did the console version as well. So as part of our 25-hour charity stream, the second year we did it. We had all Street Fighter, including a 3-button Sega Saturn Street Fighter the movie, the game World Championship, which our own local Adam Bahran, who is now forever known as Street Fighter the movie, the game World Champion Adam Bahran. In fact, his screen name in Street Fighter tournaments is like all that in an acronym. Defeated Killer Miller from Los Angeles to get the title that you
Really?
can undo. Yes, yeah, she got second, and Honda. She wasn't playing Honda. She was playing Bison. She had trouble doing the inputs. You know,
For Honda on a three-button machine?
on a three-button Saturn controller. You had to hit start to switch from punches to kicks.
Oh my god, yeah, 3 buttons
Oh.
is a nightmare. That's torture.
Yes.
That's how you had to do with regular Street Fighter games on the Sega Genesis. You had to press start or hold start or something.
Yeah, because it was the same controller.
Yeah, that is
Can't
awful.
imagine.
Nate won a tournament that I think I may be getting those like mixed up. I think the Saturn version may have been 6-button, and they did the Genesis version where you had to hit start. I think Nate won that one because I know Nate won a year's worth of Mr. Brown's, donating it to his brother.
Dang. A year's worth?
Yes.
Wow.
How much
Yeah.
is that, though? So it depends. A year's worth for you is different from a year's worth from anyone else.
Right. It definitely wasn't as much as I drink in a year. But yeah, they did get a year's supply from Mr. Brown, and there was a picture from his brother of like the entire like pallet of Mr. Brown being delivered.
A full-on pallet. Okay. All right. So I think we have our cast here. The thing is, you gave me another. Let's say that. Very low. This is.
If you want, because
Alpha 2.
Mike was here, so, and he didn't have a clear spot in this, as I didn't have a clear spot either. So
So I have a
making
question
more.
We get
actually.
you in there. What's up?
Who is the dude on the far right?
See, that was the same question I had.
Is he just like
Here,
That
let me help
very,
you out.
very
dude
tiny
number
man.
2?
There you go.
Army
It's
dude,
clear
number
now,
2.
right?
No, I could see the face. I'm just trying to figure out what character he is. Because I mean, we got Gal and Cammy, and then is that supposed to be Charlie on the right?
No, that very, very tiny short man is clearly supposed to be T-Hawk.
Oh no!
Look how big he is.
Oh no!
He's huge.
Right?
That's a real bad time. That's the reason I've only seen the movie one time.
I don't even know if he has a speaking part in it.
T-Hawk. That is, man. They could not have been reaching further
Hey,
for that.
If it makes you feel better, what was Fei Long's name of this again?
Swada. So Fei Long
Swada.
is not in Street Fighter the movie, the game, except he's Swada. And
Wow, they didn't even give him his name.
yeah, they didn't get his name. Although in the So he's referred to as like Captain Swada in the dialogue, but then in the credits he's Fei Long. It's really bizarre. They're just
Maybe
trying to
they just
mash in all the
forgot.
characters. No, I think he was supposed to be Fei Long. They may have forgot he was Fei Long and made him Swada, but
Oh,
Look
Grand
at
Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto
Makes-
4, isn't it? I
Yeah.
haven't
Yep.
heard this song in so long.
Liberty City.
That is, I feel like that's one of the more underrated Grand Theft Auto games.
let's see.
4?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people appreciated 4 as much as all the others.
Yeah,
Not
I
including
enjoyed
1
I
and 2.
enjoyed my time with it. I actually like 5. I had I played all the way through the single player. I guess everybody plays Grand Theft Auto 5 for the multiplayer, but single player, like, man, it got so dark. Like, I couldn't play it anymore. I played it all the way to the end, but like, wow, was it dark?
I have never beaten a Grand Theft Auto game.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never beaten one before. I got really close in 5, but I lost my save data, and then I was like, I'm not starting this over.
The only one that I beat all the way through was San Andreas.
San
And-
Andreas is one I want to revisit it. I like that one.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think it was because it reminded me of home back in the day. Like going
Yeah.
around, I was like, oh, this is just like stuff. Because it's funny because I'd go around on a bike. And it's like, hey, I used to bike around these types of neighborhoods all the time.
Man, that's crazy.
It's
It's like,
But yeah, that one was a crazy one because towards the end, like so my friend or my roommate at the time and I, like, we were playing it constantly, and I said joking, like, what'd be funny is if we had some kind of like jetpack to get around, because there was like, a bike. I was talking about it'd be cool if you had a skateboard. We need a jetpack so you can just fly around on top of buildings and stuff. And then late into the night, like it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, my friend roommate wakes up, dude. It was like, what? It's like 3 in the morning. What the hell's wrong with you? Look what I found. And like, lo and behold, there's a freaking jetpack.
oh,
Just like right
man.
there. I was like, are you kidding me? It was a joke at first, and then it became
It
reality.
actually was a thing. And see, that was back when games had cheat codes. So
Oh, yeah.
you could totally unlock that stuff in the beginning of the game. Is the music like off? I don't hear it.
Yeah, I tried to skip
Uh,
track, but Fredboat is still being weird.
Oh, okay.
Do
I
I
was making sure it wasn't just me.
do I destroy it and start it again?
Is there a resume? Can we do resume? No,
Yeah, it's
player's
just-
not paused.
It's just tripping.
Skip again? Yeah, sometimes it has a hang up. And I'm guessing it's because it's like a playlist.
hmm
So,
I know it didn't finish this playlist. All right, I'll destroy it. And start
no,
again.
it definitely did not. Yeah.
Still haven't gotten my
Play-
Hulk Hogan 16-bit. Ready to do some push-ups, man.
See, I was gonna say I haven't heard. I've heard like maybe 2 of my songs. Oh God.
Yeah, it's just going to happen. It's always going to be Guile theme in the beginning.
This is literally the first song I thought of when I heard this theme.
Oh,
this
of
particular
course.
version and everything. This is the SNES version, right?
I think this is the game, no? Or the game, the arcade.
Sounds like arcade.
Oh, maybe it is arcade. It sounds like
Ma-
SNES
I
though.
think maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
No, this is definitely SNES.
It-
Yeah, this
it-
is the
it-
SNES
I
version.
think you're right, and I know it's not Super Turbo.
SNES just has that like
Jazziness
that
to it.
sound. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got that. I can't
hear
even
it.
explain it. People
But
argue
it has a j-
like which version do you guys think was better, the arcade version of Street Fighter 2 or the Super Nintendo version of Street Fighter 2
To
Wait,
play.
as far as soundtracks go?
Soundtracks.
Oh. I'm partial to SNES because that's what I grew up more
I know, right? The
instead of the
nostalgia.
arcade. Yeah. And back then it was hard to tell.
Yeah, I know, right? When you were a kid, it was hard to tell, but like as an adult, it's like, I guess my opinion on it, I like the instrumentation of the SNES version because it's more unique, but I like the grunginess of the like arcade style. Like I like the bass, and I kind of like, I don't know, it's something about the arcade version.
Yeah, I generally like the CPS 1 sounds better. Bokai
Yeah.
prefers the CPS 2 tracks.
Exactly. It just sounds better.
I definitely like
Different
the arcade
chips.
better as far as like the sounds. But both of them are pretty iconic to me. I spend most of my time playing Super Turbo, which is a CPS2 game now, so I definitely converted over to expecting to hear those sounds. But especially when it comes to like the sound effects, the Shoryuken reuse voice.
Oh god, it sounds so much better on arcade.
Yeah, but also CPS1 I like better.
Sega Genesis, we don't talk about. We don't talk about the Sega Genesis voices.
I tell you, one that slept on though is the Panasonic 3DO version of Super Turbo.
Wow, that has a remix.
Son.
That soundtrack is actually pretty good. It's essentially remixed, tracks from the CPS2, and they're pretty sweet actually. I don't know if it's because you don't hear it that much, as compared to playing the regular arcade version, but it's still pretty sweet.
I don't think I've ever heard those. I'm gonna have to check them out. I've heard that they have remixed versions of the songs, but I've never actually went and listened to them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I also
There are
tend
just
to
so many. Go ahead.
I tend to make playlists that are just like the real songs. Like this is Guile theme is, I forget what Japanese band this is, but they straight ripped it off. And then Mighty Wings by Cheap Trick is the Ken song, and then what was the ending that we found in Pluckers one day, Mike?
Pluckers.
Oh yeah. Oh man, what was it?
I forget.
Dang
But all these
Yeah.
songs are, there you go. Travelers is the Guile theme. Both guys got it right. Man, I want to say it's like Boston or something like that. And it's the end theme from Super Turbo, and it's like directly ripped off. Like you play it and you're just like, oh, this is Ken's song. It's Mighty Wings.
Yep, they just straight took it.
Speaking of remixes, I'm about to go mute on a second because I just found a drum cover of Public Enemy's Fight to Power, and I want to listen to it, so I'll be back in a minute.
Oh no, go for it, dude.
What the fuck?
There
I
you go.
think
Both guys got it. Be
right
Good to
here.
Yourself by Journey. And I would play it because it sounds like the ST ending, but then we get the MCA. Unlike Super Turbo, which managed to rip off all these songs and get away with it.
I'm on mute.
How do you? There
Looks
should be a
different.
button there.
No, I see it, but like it threw me off with the. Oh, that's the pop out. There, hold on. There it is. Okay.
I'm actually really surprised there wasn't a lot of SNK music in the playlist. You gotta have your Terry Bogarts.
Yeah, that's true.
This is actually a theme from Fatal Fury 3. And then it's an arranged track, and I had this game long time ago on PC. It was actually a PC release for this game. It was quite nice actually. It was pretty good.
I was just thinking, but it's when I think fighting, I always think straight away like Street Fighter and stuff.
Mhm.
But
Exactly.
KF is out
I mean,
there.
It's one of those things where, if you're Street Fighter, you're Street Fighter, or if you're Capcom, you're Capcom. If you're SNK, you're SNK.
Oddly enough, though, like I don't think of like SNK characters right away when I think of like an American fighting game character. It's like right away it's Guile, right? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
But like secondary, I guess my mind goes to, I guess it goes to Mortal Kombat, Jax, but
Or maybe like Johnny Cage.
yeah,
It's kind of
But
this
yeah.
was a hard one, to be honest. Like when I heard the theme, I was like, hey, this makes sense because 4th of July is coming up, and then I was like, Guile theme, and then I was like, crap, there's only so many
And then
Guile
what
theme
else?
themes.
Yeah, I struggled as well.
Yeah.
I just put a
Yeah, I
bunch of tracks
struggled a
from Bad Dudes.
That counts. You're saving the president, right?
Right, President Ronnie.
Yeah,
And
I
you know,
struggled a
I
bit.
guess it's a little more open ended than I even thought, because like somebody in the group posted Zangief theme from like 4, I think. SF4. Which, if you think about it, it's like, yeah, actually, he was pretty damn patriotic. It didn't have to be just,
American, patriotic.
American. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. See, I was thinking
he
that
says
too.
for Mother Russia.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a
But-
good point.
I wonder if,
I don't know how we're gonna get these guys.
I wonder if Russian players like respond to Zangief and his patriotism like that. Cause like I can't think of many like patriotic Russian anythings like in non-Russian media. I don't even know that I've seen much Russian media, like Night Watch maybe.
Ivan Drago.
I guess, but they're always super villains, right? Like Drago.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can't think of Zangief as a supervillain, even in his great speech in shoot, what's the Wreck-It Ralph? Like he's
Oh, yeah.
he's just got this sweetness to him always.
Yep, that's old Zangief. That character that you were either
Big
really
soft
good with
man.
or really terrible with.
But it's amazing when you are good with.
Yeah, he's insane. I have a friend that literally like he only plays as like big characters in games,
Nice.
and he was super good with Zangief. I was just like, oh my god, man, this isn't even fair.
Bokai had a 100 streak with Zangief at free play.
Oh yeah, I think we weren't we there for that? He was destroying everybody at Richardson, right?
Yes. Were you there?
Yeah, I was there for that. Yep, I was there.
Wow.
I was one of the ones. It's his, win streak.
Was it SF4?
Yes. And
I
then
can see that. He was pretty good before.
we immediately changed the settings to where if you win 10 games in a row, then that's the max and the game just ends. So his win streak is immortalized, the only 100 streak possible.
Oh wow.
And we definitely made sure to post it on all the Street Fighter 4 hardcore groups that Bokai is the all-time champion. They literally
Don't at me.
can't get to him.
Oh, and you're welcome, Boga. King of Fighter stuff. You gotta. There's some USA music in there. Like this is one of my favorites actually. Stormy Saxophone. I love this song.
Oh, 95.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of both guys' favorites.
Yeah, no, 95 has some amazing music. There's also a pretty good arranged track or arranged version of the soundtrack too.
All the Ori themes are great.
Mm-hmm. I think one of my personal favorites is I want to say King of Fighters 2000 has a really, really good soundtrack. Since it was like the last SNK King of Fighters, and after that I think it got bought out by Playmore or something or other.
That's some good play more.
Yeah. Really good soundtrack though. Good music.
Wow, you're really... Ian, you're always outdoing yourself.
Thanks. I mean, you have to have Raul Julia here somewhere.
Yeah.
The thing is, who's Raul Julia gonna be?
Maybe Raul Julia.
I know, right?
No one-
Just leave him as is.
No one
Leave
else
it
can
as
be.
is.
Like, he just free play official.
Mhm. I was literally
Beltran
thinking, I
can
was
be
like,
some
don't even.
gods, and I don't know who gets to be Claw.
J-Paul.
There you go.
Just have, but like keep the mask
yeah,
on.
keep the mask.
Yeah.
Just like his
Just
hair.
put his hair there. somehow, yeah. See.
Yeah, Bioshock is
Yes.
rather patriotic, huh? I think even the cover.
Oh, yeah, the Infinite.
Yeah, the cover
Has-
of the
I
game.
mean, it has
I
an
think,
American flag on there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, Bokai doesn't know. J-Pong's a Ryu player now.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't. I never see him play Dictator. I see him play Ryu more than I see him play Claw.
Is it because people give him shit?
Huh? Probably. I mean, I
Man,
suspect it's also because he. I mean, if you play Claw, it's boring.
Yeah,
I think
I suppose so.
Destiny for most Claw players to move on to something else in some way, right? I even had this discussion with Jesse James, who's still, you know, he's forever going to be a Claw player, but there will just be some times where it's just like, this is boring. Like, to win, it's super easy. I'm just going through muscle memory, and also, like, it's not even, like, funly varied muscle memory. It's just, like, round one, start, you win. And it's boring. So,
learn the ways of Jesus, man. You gotta learn those ways. That's what you want to do.
Hey guys,
Change
I'll be
it
right
up.
back. I'm gonna go mute for a second.
okay.
Yeah.
But Jesus plays other characters, too. Jesus plays Blanca and Guile, and he can play Ryu as well. Like, it's just boring to play him solely.
Makes sense. Let's see. Here, I'll grab
Yeah, Hakuto plays Fei Long, Josh Shi plays Boxer and O-Fei, and he has a bunch of pocket characters. I'm trying to think of other notable
Tokido's
Claw players
only
out there.
Claw.
Is he? But he plays every game.
I'm gonna
right?
assume he does play every game, but I assume he's only ever gonna be Claw in ST.
Right. Well, I mean, if you play every game, like, I don't expect... I'm always surprised when I see Justin Wong even try Chun-Li in ST. Things have gone terribly wrong if he's playing Chun-Li.
I think maybe it's because he knows that he's known for Chun. One specific Chun, I suppose.
I think it's purely to go against Dhalsim players at this point.
Interesting. Well, he plays. Oh, because he plays Sagat. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Ogot. But Ogot is like super simple, so that's right in line with if you're gonna play every game, then play the simplest character to learn.
Have a game plan. Stick to game plan.
You only need one button with Sagat.
Oh, here's Ninja Turtles. Tournament fighters.
Man, watching him win a tournament final, like a major tournament final in Europe, Justin Wong and ST using only the roundhouse button is still one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen.
I mean, literally footsies.
Well, that roundhouse laser beam.
Who was it? It was it Sagat's?
Yeah. Oh, Sagat. He only used the roundhouse button. He did roundhouse tiger shots, neutral jump roundhouse as an air-to-air, anti-air, and then crouch roundhouse, the sweep as an anti-air as well. He never did a tiger uppercut. His opponent never got that close, and he just crushed him with low tiger shots. No change-ups either, just all roundhouse low tiger shots.
I'm sure the other players felt terrible.
Yes, I have seen the despondent posts from that player several times since then.
Sorry, Europe. It's okay. They've got their champions. They've got their Reinhardts, their Luffys. How Luffy on a PS1 controller? And Rose? And then all of a sudden everyone played Rose. That was always like a funny thing. After an Evo, you can bet that everyone's gonna be playing the character that wins all of a sudden.
Right.
Like, I don't remember any Adon players until, like Gamer B or whatever. But I don't. You know what? It's never like that here though. Who's like the most winningest character in Dallas ST?
Oh, in Dallas ST. I don't
It
think there is
varies,
one.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think there is one.
I mean, Claw maybe if we're talking about Jesus's stun day wins.
But I've seen him lose plenty of times.
Yeah.
So no,
There'd be more reuse.
No, I don't think that. Just not Dawson.
Yeah.
Our Dawson player is garbage, but other than that.
Just not a lot of grapplers either. That's gonna be my no main December. It's gonna be
Zanky?
Geef. Think so.
Yeah, I've been having fun playing T-Hawk the last couple days. And by the way, shout outs to Court in Free Play Denton. He's been grinding away with T-Hawk, and that's the reason I've been playing T-Hawk is I was enjoying watching him play.
You know, that's true. There's not that many. I mean, Mike's the only OGOT that I can go. Does anyone else play Sagat?
Snuggleguns played OGOT until he got bored with it. Jagger played
Oh,
OGOT
DGK.
until he got bored with it. DGK plays OGOT as well, although he's bored with it and has been playing some T-Hawk, and he has a Pocket Claw as well. Also, Turtle Power. He has all Shotos, including OGOT.
Yeah.
There may be one more down. Is it Aaron
DGK.
Morales? Also plays OGOT.
I was gonna say, is Turtle Power the guy from Oklahoma?
No, that's Jason Lawrence, Enforcer.
Oh, okay. Enforcer.
Yeah, he plays Ryu. Exclusively, too. I don't know if I've ever seen him play someone who's not Ryu.
Remember somebody said that he didn't have like an uppercut, and then I tested it and failed for sure. I was like, well, no, that's an uppercut.
He doesn't have an uppercut compared to Boat Guy or compared to Damn Die, but...
Withers quality, man. You can't always have Withers quality everything.
Right. But his execution is so high with the normals and everything else that, like... And he can do it, too. It's just not, you know... It's not going to answer every question.
Let's see if we can get King of Muay Thai in here. It's gonna look odd. But we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
It was tough to find this picture. I found several different versions of this particular picture that you're shopping now. That had Bison cut off on the left side. This one maybe a little bit, but like many of them like cut off to the eye. Like, okay.
To the eye.
Oh god, I'll leave for like
Extreme.
less than 5 minutes, and this is like already becoming super epic. At it.
Oh, you need to get Raul in there. You need to have the three. Well, I guess
There's
Rog
Boxer
was
in
kind
there
of.
as well. Carlos
Yeah, he's on the bottom. Geef was a bad guy in this one, though, right? From what I remember.
He was, and then he like has a happy moment at the end and appears in the good guy pose down.
He had the famous quick change the channel. Remember, that was always funny to me as a kid. It's just him being very dumb. Quick, somebody change the channel.
My god.
Arm. Arm. What's it got?
I don't really know if this song counts as patriotic.
Oh, which one is it?
It's Gran Turismo music, or Gran Turismo 2 soundtrack music.
Okay, West City.
It's like a city, so I was like, okay, maybe that's American. I don't know. That's I could
What
like I
track
said,
was it?
it's literally called. Oh, this isn't a track. This is a menu theme. It's like when you're picking a car.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the tracks though are real tracks, so could have been something out here.
Yeah,
The
but
Mazda facility or something.
But sadly, like, well, not sadly, but all the music in the Gran Turismo games have licensed music for the tracks.
Yeah.
So can't jam those.
I'm gonna go find some Bionic Commando music to put on there.
Oops, I don't want to add it to there.
I wonder if Duke Nukem would count.
I think so.
I think so,
American,
yeah.
I would.
I mean, he's pretty exactly Boga.
Up. So many Ken themes. Way more different Ken themes than there are Guile themes, actually. Interesting.
Putting in the theme from Bionic Commando Rearmed, I really liked their remix.
That's the 360 version, I think,
2000,
right?
2008.
You know what? I actually have that game. I have it. It's on Steam.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's hard, as Bionic Commando is, but I really enjoyed it.
I vaguely remember there being like a multiplayer demo, and I think I played the crap out of it.
It takes a bit to get used to not being able to jump, because you have to use your Bionic Commando arm.
Yeah, to grab things and.
But there is a method to the madness, and once you get it down, it feels really nice. The platforming is really nice on that game.
I have to give that another shot.
And then
I think I bought that game because it was like $1.
Then you get to blow up Hitler's head. We did that as part of the video game massacre theater, where we were. I had people voicing over NES games that had like text dialogue with no voice acting. So we were doing the voice acting, yeah. And then Arthur inadvertently stumbled into being our Master
Hitler?
D. Master D.
Okay.
But yeah, Hitler.
Sorry, Arthur.
He disjointed the
He was
wrong
like,
time.
Arthur, I need you to do something for me.
I didn't even tell anybody like what they were doing, right? I was just
Hitler.
like, you're this name, and you're this name. And suddenly Arthur's head was blowing up.
Put that on your resume. I was Hitler. Actually, so was like what's his name? Taika Waititi.
What was that?
Taika Waititi was Hitler for Jojo Rabbit.
Huh.
So he's got that on his IMDb. Oh, we can skip this Avengers one. We've heard this one before. Was it next or skip? Oh, Sam Show.
Yep. I
forget. Galford was from San Francisco?
Yep.
Interesting.
This little wolf dog.
I thought Galford was like some kind of British character or something.
I think he's
see what
American.
Galford looked-
I feel like all those games, like, they always just make the American person blonde.
Yeah.
So that you know, they're American because they're blonde.
Yeah,
They
there
have
was a struggle for me on this list. Was like a lot of the games that I know are Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
and they have that sort of like take on American characters like Ken, and
Right.
then a lot of the American games, which there are plenty of American games, they're just American games. They're not about being American in many cases.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't have any American flair to it. It's just an
Yeah.
American game.
Yeah, like Duke Nukem was actually a really
Like
good.
Duke.
That's like the best that I can think of. It's the most like ridiculous American.
Wolfenstein, Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I guess. But
I almost forgot about Galford because what's her name? Nakaruru got all the animals at one point in time in the series. She had a dog. She had the eagle still. What other animal she had? She just had nature on her side for some reason.
That sounds like if she was in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, she would just
Yeah.
summon all the animals as her super move.
All the assists, that'd be awesome.
If they did a Capcom versus SNK in a Marvel vs. Capcom style, that would be her super move. She would summon the zoo.
Now that's CVS2 is like a game that I've never tried at all. And I'm assuming that's like super difficult to get into.
I enjoyed it. If you're not like, I mean, I'm super casual, so I just play it and enjoy it. I just like games that do that whole, add 2 worlds to one game.
Yeah.
Capcom versus SNK. It was so iconic back when it first came out, and 2 just capitalized on everything and made it a little too complicated, but it was still awesome just to have so many different characters.
Yeah, I forgot you did play it. I remember I was watching you guys play like you're all couch co-oping that day.
Yeah, we ended up booting up Capcom vs. SNK 2. That was one of our like favorite games to play back when we were like, in our early 20s and stuff. We used to play that literally all the time. And I was never good at it. They were the ones that were like a little more hardcore, but I still played it and still had a good time.
I think I was trying to convince you guys to play some Power Stone.
Oh yeah, Power
I
Stone.
was like, guys, play some Power Stone. You guys
Dude,
need some Power Stone in your lives.
We got so tired toward the end of that.
Yeah.
Like our age is kicking in, man. We got tired, like, because we always go from like 7 till 12, and by like
oh my God.
by 10:30, I was like, oh my God, how are we gonna have the energy to do this? And they're not used to it. Like, they're not used to streaming and stuff, so they'll forget and they'll just be real quiet and just start playing the games.
Yeah. I mean, depending on the game too, like if it's a good game and you're playing it for a while, you don't realize it. Because like me and my friends, we were playing Divinity 2, and then like the next thing you know, I was like, oh shit, it's been a 10-hour stream. Oops.
That does happen with
Yeah.
really good games. Like when we were playing Streets of Rage, it was moving right along. But then we weren't planning on playing anything else, and we just started playing random stuff. Speaking of Streets of Rage, I don't think there's going to be a reason to have Streets of Rage on this playlist. It always sneaks its way in there somehow.
I say I
some way.
thought about it, but
You know,
Yeah, I
first time calling it, no Castlevania in a list. I don't think Castlevania's in here.
yeah, I don't know.
That
Only
could be
patriotic
right.
Towards Romania.
No Tim Follin on this list either, I don't think.
Plock.
Plock is Tim Follin?
Yep.
You're shitting me.
Not kidding at
Okay.
all. Not kidding at all. I'm telling you, that song is good. The Plock theme. It's really good.
All right.
And that's Tim Follin.
We have to go in and re-listen. I was actually waiting for one of these Mike Hager themes too. He's like the mayor of Earth.
Oh, you know what song I was actually looking for too is I saw a lot of California Games on there. There's actually a California Games for the Atari Lynx.
Wow.
Yes, I
And,
played the Lynx version of those games.
It actually has some pretty good music in there. And the crappy thing is I found the music before on YouTube, but I think whoever had it took it down or something because I couldn't find it. Yeah, I couldn't find it. It's really obscure, like super obscure. But it had a really good soundtrack. Atari Lynx was pretty special. My cousin had that handheld, and it had really impressive graphics for a handheld system. I mean, it looked better than Nintendo. With a lot
It's
of
different stages too, I think. I remember the BMX stage being more downhill. I guess it was like definitely more of a downhill kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
it was. It was like strictly downhill type stuff, and then it had like the what else did it have? It had the vert ramp, but it was like cooler looking.
Yeah.
It actually had like scrolling effects and stuff. Pretty impressive.
Whatever this game is, it sounds epic.
I know. I just looked at the title. It's literally called America Theme from Civilization 6.
Oh, there.
That definitely sounds American. It's pretty epic.
It passes.
I feel like putting my hand over my heart. Really good.
Oh man.
So is there anything special happening free play wise for
Sunday.
July?
On July 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday.
Wait, what's
Are you
going
guys
on?
open on July 4th?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna go out to dinner.
Oh, wow.
Some of the
Okay.
players wanna.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
I actually went to Denton for the first time last weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see you there. I was there on Saturday. What'd you
Yeah,
think
I
of
was there. I was there on Friday. I think I
Ah.
was there on Friday.
it? Ships passing in the night then.
And it was like, yeah, I know, right? Now, because I saw that you were like there, but it was definitely like the day we weren't there.
Mhm.
But I like it. It was a lot smaller than I expected,
Yes.
but I really liked it. It was awesome. I like the layout. I like the bar, like with the screens and everything.
Yeah, 52
Yeah.
taps is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was insane.
The Killer Queen players actually like play Killer Queen there,
Ah,
which is unlike the other free play locations. And then the Denton Finance Clan plays the ST. It's got a great little scene there, which is not surprising if you know Denton.
oh yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah,
They
I
have the
enjoyed it.
Shadow.
Oh, and
The Shadow pinball game, which is amazing.
I think that's David Whitlock's home location as well as Denton. So pinball's got itself a home there. He's getting bigger arms. Nice.
I'm trying to get it to look like the same color, but I can't. Can't illustrate it, copy it from something, right? The California games, by the way, if you're listening.
Surfing theme.
It's very California-ish.
Yeah. Mm,
I think the first game I played when I went to Denton was House of the Dead 2.
nice.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Did you play it Punisher style?
What's Punisher style?
That's two guns at the same time.
2 guns.
Oh
akimbo.
no, I was there. I was there with I was actually on a date, but we played together. And
It's either Punisher style or possibly Lara Croft style.
there you go, Lara Croft style too, with both guns. But yeah, no, it was fun. I'd been playing it on stream, so I kind of remembered everything.
Yeah.
It's like I remembered all the stuff, but I was still dying a lot because now that I'm actually using the real, the actual gun itself, it was a lot more challenging.
My first girlfriend could 1 credit House of the Dead 1, so I taught myself to 1 credit House of the Dead 2.
That is super impressive because House of the Dead 2 is no joke.
Yes, yeah, you
Especially
have to
when you
shoot
get
that first
to
boss like
bosses.
40 times in the head in a split second to keep from getting a cheap hit.
Yeah, they're tough. I really don't like the very last boss either. It takes forever to kill that thing. That freaking silver surfing knights in the galaxy spawn. I don't know what the heck that thing was.
Yeah, I always had to hold the gun with like one hand and pull the trigger with another hand. Because you need to fire the trigger so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is.
Yeah, definitely not using any military firing techniques there.
Actually, you were talking about this on the stream. I guess while we have Chris on, like a Twitch meetup or something like that for
Oh yeah, we
ad
sure were
free
talking
play.
about
Remember?
that. Yeah, there's a lot of
Local stream.
locals that were at my stream over the weekend,
Uh-huh.
and we were like, we should do a meetup at free play, and everybody was like, oh snap. So
Yeah, let me
Heck,
know
what
on
I'll-
that.
yeah, for real. What I'll do is I'll because I don't know what part of Texas they're all from. That's the thing. I know some of them are like from Houston, which I mean is, you know, kind of far, but I think it'd be fun to spend like a whole day
Actually,
playing arcade games. and stuff.
yeah. I can bust out the cabinet too. We could stream.
Oh, nice. Ooh, that would be freaking awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll ask them. I think a lot of them are in my Discord already, so I'll try and reach out and see if anyone wants to get
which
serious about it.
location?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Richardson,
Gotcha.
or maybe even
Ar-
Arlington, because
Arlington's
Arlington's
a big one.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arlington's
Arlington has the
huge.
space, yeah.
Right. And also, there's a stream set up there that is robust.
Oh, and then Arlington's definitely the choice then, because I'm about the same distance between Arlington and Richardson.
Hmm.
I think Arlington might be a little closer to me, but
Yeah.
depends on everybody else.
Yeah, we
as
did.
well.
What was it? I think you were at a Twitch event there. What was it?
Mhm.
Stream Texas, something like that.
Yeah, it was Stream Texas.
Yeah.
That was the first time I met you actually
Hmm.
at that location.
Yeah, but I don't think we streamed there because there was a ton of other stuff happening at the time. But yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, they were
I've
doing
streamed
their
there
own, like,
many
thing.
times.
Stream Texas? Was that like just a streaming event?
It's basically just an event where they get a bunch of Twitch streamers together and
Interesting.
network. They have little contests and stuff like that. They're pretty fun. They would have them maybe like twice a year in Texas,
Hmm.
but now they haven't had any at all due to,
Right.
Yeah.
Corona.
I feel you.
Run,
Just let me know. We could always use the business
Oh yeah, no doubt.
due
Most
to
definitely.
Corona.
yeah, I know. Jeez. It's terrible.
Alright, so here's the thing. Are we putting Mike B as Sagat?
Uh huh. Has to be
Okay.
right.
Raul
Hey, guys, I'll be
Julia
right
as
back.
himself? Oh, yeah. Can I get this eye patch on? Let's see. Oh, this is Division. Okay.
Sounded like Mass Effect.
Arlington. It is very space-ish for a game about not being in space.
Yeah, as much as I think it would be cool to work Petty James in here, I just something about Raul Julia superseding everything.
Yeah,
He gets
we'll
to
keep him the
exist in his
same.
own universe.
Stay his own man. So the question is, how do I get this eye patch on?
Oh, there's some
Up, there's Gabe.
sticky stage. So weird.
Let's see. Maybe we just take the eye patch, just borrow it.
That makes sense.
Sorry. So
That
sorry to
works.
Shannon.
Well, we could make
Maybe
Shannon.
a copy.
We could just get Shannon's
Sagat.
face. Shannon is Sagat. Then we'll give Mike Claw.
Oh no. Oh, hold on. Alright, there we go. We okay. It's his left eye? Is it his left eye?
It depends on what side of the screen he's on.
Which side of, okay. True.
It actually has two eyes.
I always thought that was funny about Oro. Oro was supposed to be like one-handed, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they changed the story where he switches hand and he only plays with one hand because it's not a challenge to anybody else. That's it. Yeah. Which one is this? Oh, this I forget which version of Geef theme this is.
This is Super Turbo.
Still has one of the better baselines, I think.
Yeah.
Memorable.
I actually like this stage too. A lot of the SD players don't like it. It's one of, if not the smallest, and I think it is the smallest. It's also the fastest stage.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and there's a game-breaking glitch involving Sagat and Zangief stage.
What?
Yeah, if you throw I want to say a low tiger shot and a tiger knee in succession against the CPU on Zangief stage, the game will crash.
What?
Yeah, it just reboots. It's really fun to do with a tech around. Hey, I think something's wrong with this, and just.
Why? I guess that's just a random bug that nobody.
It's extreme slowdown to the point where it actually crashes the game, because there is slowdown throughout
Oh my god.
Super Turbo, but that stage going as fast as it can, along with the tiger shot animation and the tiger knee animation, it just all works together and makes it crash.
What's this from? Random spot on Mike's face. I don't know what it's from.
Did you say random spot on Mike's face?
Yeah, there's like the random like streak over here, but I can't really tell. Is it on Mike's face? Maybe it is. Oh. No? Okay. It's just there. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It's the tag on the hat.
Of course it is. Mike, you're keeping the hat. You can take the tag off.
Well, it's a badly worn eye patch with the spot. Doing it live.
Didn't you say that in my stream
I did.
recently?
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live. I can't even remember what was was I playing Castlevania at that time, or was it Mario Advance? It might have been Mario
probably
Advance.
no. It was Detroit.
Oh, it was Detroit because it kept
Becoming
freezing.
Human. Yeah.
Yeah, the game kept free. That was such a cursed night. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, it was awesome because a lot of people came, but oh my god, I just kept having all the technical difficulties. It was awful. Just
Yeah, and it
ended
was
up
only in
playing
that
Mario
game
Advance.
too.
Yeah, it was just Detroit. Detroit is the only one that does that, because I've played other games and it doesn't do that mic clicking business. But, you know, it is what it is. Made the best of it.
So there's a patch, huh?
I
Gotta have the patch.
Yeah, dude.
Going with the patch, huh?
How do we know that it's a god if it's not a patch? It's just a shirtless Native American dude. Otherwise,
Well, the hat, the Mavericks hat, kind of, you know, they could go many ways with that. I don't know.
I forget. Yeah, Sagat is a huge Dallas Mavericks fan. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, I mean that's why he and I are one. You know,
Yeah.
we are one of the same. We like our cats and tigers and basketball teams. You know, I mean, hey, who
Big
doesn't
fan
like?
of the Louisiana Tigers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's jeez. That picture. Okay. Yeah.
Occupational
We're going with
picture.
that one. We're going with that one.
We're doing it live, Mike. Thing is, how do we make J-Pong? Oh, let me snoop around.
You just put his hair back there. That's it. That's all you need.
That's-
J-Pong, you just put his hair. That's it. That's all you need. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's J-Pong.
Oh no, I know the glasses.
Yeah, the hair and the glasses. That's it. That's all you need. Hair and the glasses. Have I gotten my Hulk Hogan 16-bit yet?
Yeah, we played it on repeat ever since you left.
God.
Yeah, Game Tracks added it like 16 different times.
Jeez. Oh my
I
god.
had to. Absolutely had to.
Alright. This is during let's see what we can do with this. And I'm hoping it's okay with him. If not, we can move on.
What's that?
I'm gonna get J Pong's hair and glasses on Vega.
And the glasses. The Harry Potter glasses.
What's this?
Oh, this is the Plock song.
This is Fallen?
Yeah.
I guess never associated like non 8-bit stuff.
Yeah, this was one of the only SNES games he did. And you'll start knowing it's Fallen once you hear,
The guitar solo.
yeah, because it's in here. And it has his signature, like, little, you'll hear it. This song is kind of weird because it starts out one way and then it ends up another way. It's like he gave up and was like, let's just do it like this instead, which is coming
Let's
up
go back to
now.
what was good.
Yeah, it just switches mid-song.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. That's what it sounds like in the game. It just switches. Makes no sense. I didn't get it either. I was like, wait, was that a YouTube thing or is that actually in the game where it just decides to switch songs?
I like it though. It was like a opposite of a bass drop. It was like very quick and
Yeah. I don't know what you would call that.
I'm sure there's like a classical music term for changing the tone abruptly.
What do
Any
you-
classical music nerds out there?
Syncopated or something like that?
No.
No.
I want to say crescendo. Crescendo's getting louder. Oh, now, yeah, this is Tim Follin now for sure.
Yep, you got your guitar solo. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Also Spider-Man, right? The Spider-Man and
Carnage?
the Tim Follin did also. No, did he do that? No, I don't know if he. Yeah, Spider-Man and X-Men. There we go. Yeah, Spider-Man and X-Men.
Oh, yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Follin and Geoff Follin did it.
There you go. I hear it right now.
Yep. And this is supposed to be a beach theme, and it's just he just decided to destroy it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna do what
It's
I
a
want with
beach
this
in
song.
space.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, but it's a good song.
This
Good
is a
song,
weird.
bad game.
I still have to play that Crash Test Dummies.
Oh yeah, that was a fun game though. That was fun. I really did enjoy that. The Game Boy version, not the NES version. NES version is garbage. Speaking of, Angry Video Game Nerd just did an episode on the Crash Test Dummies games for the NES,
Really?
and I didn't realize they were made by what is it? JTL? What is it? The Rainbow Game Company that made crappy games all the
Oh,
time.
JLN.
Yeah, LJN. There we go.
Oh, LJN.
Yeah, LJN.
Oh my God, look at
The
this.
stamp of crap approval.
Hey, they made some the old wrestling games. They made Raw, I think.
Yeah,
WWF Raw.
Yeah, they made a lot of the wrestling games. They made well, first I think WrestleMania Challenge. I think it was their first one. Well, then after that, Superstars
This
for
is-
Game Boy. Then Super WrestleMania, and then Royal Rumble, and just kind of so on, all the way up to Raw. I do believe.
Were any of them good?
Man,
I like the Raw.
Raw was probably the best one, and that's okay at best out of the whole series. Like
Yeah.
when Super WrestleMania came out, I was like really stoked because I bought it, and that was like one of the launch titles I bought when I got my Super NES, and I was like, yeah, I'm all psyched up, and I see cool graphics, I hear cool music,
See,
And then-
that's what always sold me on those games. I was
Yeah.
never good at them playing them, but the presentation was always nice.
Yeah, and then once you got playing that game,
It all went
every
downhill from
character,
there.
every character had the exact same moves, and they were all basic.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this sucks.
Hey,
This is not
they had
what I was
they had
hyped for.
special moves. Some of them were just like hidden. Like Undertaker had like the running clothesline. But they were like super hidden, like special moves. Like Owen Hart had the a weird whirlwind move. Where
Yeah.
you just like spin around in the ring.
Yeah, eventually they started putting in, super moves and things like that. Like, I think the Super WrestleMania for Genesis, I think, was maybe the first to have a super move. But yeah, the first Super WrestleMania though for SNES, it was, it hurts to miss that one.
This song actually just triggered me.
Is this the footbag one? Oh no, flying disc.
No, it's the flying. This is the worst one. Like it
It-
was so hard to get the hang of initially.
They have similar games in the track and field arcade version. I think it's not flying disc. Is it discus? No, it might be javelin throw. But yeah, we were talking about how track and field, like the arcade version, was it became very competitive between me and my friends. And it's just literally like who can tap the buttons the fastest or whatever. And
Right.
I attribute it to the skills in WWF Raw. Because we would ruin controllers. I'm pretty sure. Like I have like a couple mess up R buttons because of just triple like tapping R. And it's always the shoulder buttons that was like faster than like, all the other ones. I used to I think it was for Alpha 3 or something. I used to make like a little thumb pad because I didn't have like a thumbstick. So I had a pad that I just made out of like almost like an eyeglass cleaner. Like I even sewed it together so that it would just fit on my thumb like a what's that called? A thimble? Yeah, like a thimble.
Oh,
But like
God.
cloth. Just so that I wouldn't get like, the calluses from playing Street Fighter. Or I was trying to make it so that it was smooth to do like those motions. Because it never felt good on the PlayStation controller.
Yeah, after a while, those D-pads would dig into your thumbs.
Right? I think that's the most Street Fighter we can get from Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's pretty Street Fighter-y.
I can do this. A second. What's her called? Halftone? Oh no, stylized halftone. Where are you at? Maybe not stylized. Art? I know what I'm doing, guys, I swear.
So we had our Street Fighter the movie, the game, Tuesday Night Fights at Free Play Denton last year.
Mm-hmm.
And the final, you may recognize, it was me against Beltran in the final.
Chorus.
Yeah. Although there's no Dalsum in Street Fighter the movie, the game, so I had to play Honda.
Oh boy.
But we were doing fatalities on each other. It was great.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can do fatalities.
Yeah.
What?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you hit someone with a super move and they explode.
They just had to get on that Mortal Kombat. They have the digitized graphics. They might as well just rip it all the way off.
Yeah, that is what it is. It's Street Fighter trying to be Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
And if that sounds like a terrible idea, it was a terrible idea.
Mortal Fighters.
There's
Just
a lot
doesn't
of
work.
bizarre extra moves. Like a lot of characters have capture moves. Jean-Claude
Capture
Van Damme.
moves?
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Guile. He literally has a handcuffs move. Like he uses handcuffs.
Oh god.
That was always the joke, though, wasn't it? From
Well, no, there's a
Street Fighter 2?
There's a handcuff glitch in Street
Yeah.
Fighter 2. And then they just literally gave him handcuffs in Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Okay.
Yeah, there's other characters with capture moves as well. Again, it's trying to be Mortal Kombat, so it's the gotcha spear.
God.
Well, I'm going to depart here so I can finish up work for the day.
Don't die, Mike.
No, just going to work. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Don't worry.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah, man.
Be careful how you word it.
Yeah. But I'll be listening
Uh-huh.
just like normal. So I'll catch you
Oh, we're
cool
almost
cat
done. We're
later.
almost done.
Cool. Well, works. I gotta do something real quick, so I'll
Alright,
depart
man.
for. Catch y'all cool cats later.
Take it easy, man.
Later, man.
Cool.
I'll call up Penelope
What?
or have her stand in for Mike. That's always a fun
Nah,
day. Whenever he has to leave for work, I just call Penelope. Penelope, Game Tracks, if you don't know, is she's now 14, but she's been playing ST with us since she was 10. And,
Oh wow.
And like 4 years ago, like the true OGs of free play arcade are Ian. Like he would play under the vent. Did you ever play Penelope
Vent
back in the day?
days.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So Penelope was at 10 was one of us. Mike was one who just left. Myself, Jerry, and and Rob, and that's pretty much it. And it'd be just us rotating around.
Oh, wow.
And now she's 14 and she's better. Like you play the game for 4 years, you actually get pretty good at it. So she's won a bunch of kids tournaments and famously beat Mike on stream. And it's just been the rivalry that no one wants to go away, except for Mike, of course.
It's pretty awesome. Very impressive.
Mike did send her home. At,
Hey.
Welcome back, Mike.
Hey, man, how's it going?
The minute Mike gets off, you guys start talking. Mad
Let it be
trash.
known, as I have said countless times, I let the little girl win. One time. One time. And now she thinks she's just king of the hill. No. I let her win one time. I played against her in Spring Series last year, and I knocked her out so she can go back home and do her homework, and I got booed religiously.
The
When that
amount of
happened.
booze, man.
That's messed up.
And I
So
loved
much.
it. I loved every second of it. Go back, do your calculus. Okay, that was it. All right, see you later.
See you, Mike.
Oh,
All right, we're gonna leave Royal Julia as is. Hey, next shit.
Yeah. She knocked Johnny Matrix out of Spring Series the previous year.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I can't imagine. She's only gotten better from what I remember when she's playing against you guys. I want to see a Matt versus Penelope, or a little bit more often. She got some games on Matt.
Well, she's beat him in
and
tournament before.
that's like more than me.
Yeah, I want to say she's so Matt's won the first of 10s online, but as far as like
Yeah.
in person, I think she's still undefeated against Matt.
Wow. Can't wait to tag J-Pong in this.
He's like, where am I?
What? What's up? Yeah, we're pretty much done. I'm sorry we didn't get to Hulk Hogan. You should now play it now.
Oh, you
he's
got
still listening.
Oh,
so
okay.
He'll still get to hear it.
You got it.
Oh, she's legit.
The jam.
Yeah, I can change it to that. See if I can mute all this. Is there anything in here that you guys wanted to call out and like listen to specifically? You can just like throw that in there. I heard the buyability. This is always like a weird one that the soundtrack's not bad. It's very Konami. but like in a good way. Oh, Paul theme. Very patriotic for the world. Those damn aliens, you know?
I didn't pick that one. I picked Tekken 2's Paul theme,
Is this 3? Which one
which is like a
Attack.
New York.
Oh,
New York
Tekken Tag, yeah. Pesky alien.
But yeah, I added Paul themes. Tekken 3, Tekken Tag. That's of course my heyday with Tekken.
Was Tag the first time they had that Moonlight Wilderness, or was that 5? I think that was 5.
Yeah, I'm not familiar, so maybe 5.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
forever my Tekken theme. Just because it had no walls, so you can kind of practice like a long ass combo or whatever.
Wait, Tekken has walls?
Mm-hmm. In 4, they had floors.
Ugh.
They had like offset floors
We don't talk about
Offset
4.
floor.
and stairs.
Tekken 4, the
Where
reason I
were
don't
we?
play Tekken.
Tekken 4 was an experimentation.
The worst of all the Tekkens, including Tekken 1.
Yep. Tekken 1 was hard.
Yeah, Tekken 1 was weird because you get like stunned on the ground for forever, it seemed.
Yeah,
Enough
that was a
that
tough
up
one.
to up right punch and the gigantic jumping punch was guaranteed on occasion.
Or a King's Frankensteiner hits on the ground too. It's, oh, sweet. Flip on a dude.
Why is 4 so bad? There's a lot of reasons. Jab priority. High level strategy with anybody is basically hit 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. The wall push is a 1-button break, and you have 4 frames to input the break,
Oh.
which is like,
Mike, this one's for you. This came
There you
up
go.
naturally. Sorry.
there you go. So 4-frame break on the wall push, which does no damage. Or sorry, the push, which does no damage. However, if you push someone into a wall, you get massive guaranteed combos with a 4-frame break, which means it's damn near invincible. And then they added just frame moves, including Jin's laser scraper. They completely redesigned Jin. Gave him a laser scraper just frame that was unblockable. So once you started blocking it, the third hit would be guaranteed to hit you, and then that would lead to a full combo. Let's see. If you goofed the timing, the only way to get around the unblockable laser scrape, as you were, like if you get hit by it, you get the full combo. If you block it, it's unblockable at the end. The only way to avoid it is to sidestep in a particular direction with like 1-frame timing. If someone goofs the timing on their laser scraper, then they automatically rip you out of that well-timed sidestep, like a input error option select, and then once again full combo. It was the worst game. Other than that, it was good. Did I lose
Remember
it?
that was no. That was when they had it's at the beginning of Violet, right? Yeah. Violet, who was Lee but wasn't Lee.
Yes.
Alright, let me tag everybody. Tag V Jerry. I don't want to
Well,
tag
guys-
Tom and Jerry.
I actually have to head out. Work's starting to pick up now, so
Oh, it's all good.
unfortunately,
Where should the
But-
raid go?
Oh yeah.
oh, you guys are gonna rate.
Might as well.
Let me see if I know anyone. If you guys don't have anyone in mind.
I mean, I usually just look and see if Game Tracks is on.
Yep, I won't be back until Saturday.
Oh, July 4th.
I wish Combat King was streaming. He doesn't really have a schedule though. He just streams whenever.
Let's see.
The song is catchy.
Right? Yeah. Pretty damn patriotic, and funny that we ended on that too. As soon as Mike leaves too, which is hilarious.
Boat guy says, raid yourself in and play some more Doki Doki.
Yeah.
Oh god, I already finished that, Jeremy. That game is interesting and great, actually. It's very meta, and I enjoy that part of it. It is weird. You know what? It's free to play, by the way, so you should pick it up. And let me know if you're... I'm gonna assume Jeremy's probably Team Yuri. Not Yuri as in the genre of anime Yuri, but the girl Yuri. See, everyone seems to be Team Yuri. No one was Team Sayori. Okay. And very few I knew were Team Natsuki, but not everybody likes the loli. Or mean girl, I guess. Okay.
Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and log off.
Alright, man.
See
Thanks
you
for
guys.
jumping in, man. As
No problem.
always.
Take it easy.
Alright.
Always a blast.
Later, man.
Yeah.
See ya.
Let's see. You still looking for somebody?
Yeah, just sort of
Chris?
looking around. I see Arcus
Dude.
is grinding away on Ninja Gaiden again.
Yes.
You want to watch speedrun?
He's still trying to break his record, and I think he's been very close.
He's insane.
We have local Espada. He's playing Street Fighter 5, but still a local Dent kid who's grown to like ST a little bit more.
Feeling that Ninja Gaiden though.
Huh? Do it, man. Send it his way. Yeah, it's still
If you guys haven't seen him
11:37.
play, he's the best ever to play Ninja Gaiden, and he's ridiculous, to say the least.
Very calm about it too.
Yes. Got his little verbal tics and wears his cowboy hat. I'm not sure where he's
Yeah.
from, where he's wearing that cowboy hat. I mean, he's American, but
I wonder if he's from here. No, I don't. I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Jerry would have told us by now. But
Yeah, I'm sure.
I almost want to say Northwest for some reason. Yeah, I got nobody else online right now.
All right,
It's
here
that
we go.
feud time.
Enjoy the Ninja Gaiden madness. You ready to go?
Alright, guys. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Have a good
Thanks
one,
again,
everybody.
everybody.
See y'all later. I'll be at Arlington today.
Appropriate ending it on Hulk Hogan.
Indeed.
Save this. Save.